important is we have a goddamn fantastic video up ahead because it's Big Boss. We love Big Boss. Follow Big Boss. Fantastic videos. And also, like I said a moment ago, I did not think that Bethesda could be any worse than it is. So here we are. Hi YouTube. Yeah. All right, now let's hop into the video. Oh, I lagged. This is zero days of the intent the video transfer fallen into potential fair use law. The following content refers to allegations, some which can be currently unproven. Harassment or bullying of individuals, as mentioned, is here and not prevented or condoned. Enjoy. You could tell, but between that and this being an hour-long video, everyone buckle in. We're here for a bit. Everyone buckle in. Here we go.
The last 30 years have seen a momentous rise in the open-world 3D role-playing game.
Agreed.
And spearheading this genre, one company.
True.
Adopting new technologies.
Todd Howard, who definitely didn't do anything wrong and hasn't been the reason for death in the industry.
It features all new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology.
Beautiful.
Pushing new boundaries.
Hell yeah.
And breaking new ground.
Look at this, man.
And spearheading this
Look at this man.
One boyishly handsome man.
I wouldn't call him boyishly. You've done it again, Todd. You beautiful bitch.
It had been a rocky last few years,
Sure.
but in late 2023, he and the team were in the final works of their next
What did they release in 2023? Or do you mean 2024? Bethesda doesn't release a game.
Leave to be on my own. I've got the whole
game.
world to
The
see.
biggest game.
Oh, right! Holy shit, I actually forgot this game's real. Oh my god, I forgot they made Starfield. That is the most underwhelming game. Oh my, how'd you forget? Because it's the most underwhelming thing I'm sorry, did I forget what I had for like lunch a week ago? Yeah. Like,
Did you see it?
yeah, did you guys remember what you had for lunch six weeks ago? Like, no, then you probably don't remember playing this.
They'd ever made.
Woo!
More content than their last two games combined,
Sure.
he says. Ready to sweep the Game Awards?
Hell yeah,
as
never
he
been
was
called.
now well accustomed.
Sure.
He puts on his leather jacket and emerges once more.
Hell yeah. Love Starfield.
But
Love
first, we go back.
Oh, we're doing a whole from the start.
It's
one.
the 80s, and a man by the name
Yeah!
of Christopher Weaver is a
Okay.
person. He'd been doing a
Sure.
few different things.
Sure.
Assistant directing for PBS and ABC,
Sure.
engineering work for MIT,
Sure.
Panavision, and the military,
Kind of doing a little bit of everything. Great. It's actually anybody with problems. Hell yeah, welcome in.
and then some consultancy work on the side.
Sure.
However, sometime around 1985, one of his engineers fancies making an American football game.
Sure.
So Weaver dips his toe into game development and starts work on an engine for it. It's now 1986,
Okay.
and they've just set up shop in a small office in Bethesda.
Bethesda's a place? Sorry, I'm learning today, I guess. Okay. Wait, where's Bethesda at? It is? I didn't know it was named after something.
A census-designated place in Maryland.
Oh, okay.
They
Well.
incorporate and then smash out the game Gridiron by the end of
Oh! True, they did. Wait!
the year. It's one of the first sports games to factor in things like momentum and collision detection,
Holy!
and features fairly sophisticated movement mechanics for the time. The graphics are also jaw-dropping.
I genuinely forgot they did the original Gridiron. I so serious. I did not remember that at all.
And the game does alright.
Yeah.
EA even approaches them with a contract to work on a football game together. However, this ends in a lawsuit, as it turns out the whole thing was allegedly just a ploy to steal their engine code.
Oh, EA, you never do change, do you? Oh, EA, you silly bitches. That's very on brand for EA. Classic EA. EA, I don't think has ever changed. They spawned from hell and they just kept riding that wave, dude. Holy shit.
Anyway, Weaver and the boys decide to apply the same technology to hockey games
Sure.
and start pumping those out.
All right.
It's now the 90s. Expansion.
Ooh.
There's now around 20 people at Bethesda.
For the 90s, that's pretty crazy, by the way. I'm
Fun
just saying.
fact, Bethesda also made a Home Alone game for the NES
Weird.
unrelated, but the themes of comedic failures would go on to be fitting for Bethesda's continued existence.
Listen, Bethesda is doing their best in the current lore. I'm going to be following the story as if I'm a part of the journey. And as of right now, they're not doing that bad. Not doing that bad.
And a lot more going on. So they make the move from Bethesda to a bigger office in Rockville. This place is actually a place. Also, turns out no one currently owns the Terminator license. So they jump on it and start pumping out Terminator games too.
Huh. I didn't know they did those. Huh. Ash, how are you? Happy to see you as well. Hello.
They also start publishing other developers' games.
Okay.
But first,
Ads.
boats.
Yeah,
Nice.
ad break. If you're interested in World of Warships, use Big Boss's code at the end of this ad.
Relaxing.
Sure.
Pretty chill.
Yep.
Wait, what's that?
Oh my god,
Michael.
a warship! No!
In World of Warships, things are different. Command a huge naval fleet and take part in massive battles.
Okay.
Pick from a vast selection of history's most iconic ships and commanders, painstakingly modelled from historical documents to complete accuracy. Aircraft
Were they leaked documents? It's fine. It's fine.
carriers, battleships, cruisers, and destroyers.
Sure.
The options are plentiful.
Yeah.
The gameplay, dynamic. Different weather
Cool.
effects make each fight different.
Very cool.
And the game features a steady flow of new missions, updates, content, and events.
Right.
Prefer PvE over PvP?
Sure do.
Well, both players are catered to in 7 different battle types.
Okay.
And the game features over 40 maps and 20 ports.
Wow.
Also, a free new Headless Horseman ship skin and commander have just been added. World of Warships is also free to play. Sign up
Okay.
now through the link in the description, or use the code HEADLESS to get that, plus 7
There you
days
go.
premium account time, 1.5 million credits, 500 doubloons, and a free ship after completing 15 battles. It's around 19.
So if you want to use his code at the end of that, that was a pretty good trailer at least. You can, hi, how are you? Feel free to use that code for World of Warships. Back to the video though.
92 that one of Bethesda's hockey games ends up in the hands of a boy.
Oh no.
Now at this point,
No.
Todd Howard is young,
Okay.
unassuming.
Yep.
He'd been studying finance in college, but his real passion was PC gaming. You'd often find him beelining from classes to the school computers to install and play games.
I can respect that. Hold on. Remember, chat. We're following the lore right now. As of now, all right, Todd, I see you. Sure. Yeah, I see you.
And he's a big fan of the chess club. But right now,
Okay.
he really likes this hockey game.
Sure.
And turns out, the developer isn't actually that far away.
Oh.
In fact, they were literally
This
on
is
the
the
way
spawn
back
of
from his
evil.
college. So
This
in
is the spawn, chat.
1993, he knocks on the door and asks for a job.
What?
They tell him no.
Yeah, no
Finish
shit.
school first. He graduates and asks again. Sorry, kiddo. Don't have anything.
That's fair.
So Todd gets a job at a different game
Hi, Zico,
developer
how are you?
nearby. This job allows him to go to electronics conventions like CES,
Sure.
where developers could show off their new stuff. This is at a point where games are still kind of seen as a joke, and the gaming section is literally tossed at the back.
God, can you believe it was the 90s? That's when gaming has been seen as a joke since like the 90s. And only in the past 10 years has it become relevant. And only the past 5 years has it become too woke. Wow, how the gaming scene has evolved, huh? Like, really, the past 20 years have been like a nice evolution of growth. And now we've pivoted back to being a joke again. Yes, which I think is very, it's very fitting. Oh, hold on, Mike. Not Todd's even villain origin of rejection. I know.
You had to walk past hordes of porn vendors to even get there.
Sweet.
But anyway,
Excellent.
Todd would use these conventions to track down Bethesda's stores and continue confessing his love.
On? Mr. Howard? That's a weird thing to do. Hey, Mr. Howard, that's an odd thing to do. All right. Sure.
After around a year and a half of this, in 1994, they finally have an opening.
A year and a
Todd
half?
Howard is in. Now at this point, Bethesda had released a
Okay,
good
sure.
few hockey and Terminator games, and things were getting a bit stale.
Sure.
So they decided to branch out, and right around the time Todd had joined, they're putting the finishing touches on something completely different.
What's that? Are we doing the first Elder Scrolls? Yeah! Arena, baby!
Headed by a man named Julian Jensen,
Woo!
and with a team of around 10 people. The Elder Scrolls Arena had now been in development for around 3 years. It had started out as a simple
team-based gladiator battles, conquer many areas, travel cities?
linear gladiator combat game, but ambitions quickly ballooned. They added side quests,
Sure.
fantasy elements,
Yep.
and some exploration around the cities.
Oh, dude, Arena was massive, by the way. Map-wise, it was like unfathomably large. Just a little fun fact for you guys.
After some playtesting, you know what? Fuck the
Hi,
arena.
David, how are you?
Let's open this whole thing up.
Yeah!
And before long, they're building a fully fledged open-world role-playing game with side quests, explorable
Yep.
cities, and procedural generation.
First of its kind, by the way. This is the pinnacle. This is where it all was birthed, dude. If ever you want to blame the open world genre on how open world's in every game right now, it's right here.
It's
You're
ambitious.
welcome. You're welcome.
They'd had to create their own proprietary engine specifically for it, and other
Yep.
developers are actually laughing at its scope. But in late 1993, it's nearing release. And there's a problem. They'd completely switched genres, but the original game's marketing materials had already been printed,
Sure.
resulting in a front cover and half the name having nothing to do with the actual game.
The front cover rules, by the way. This is the most 90s thing I've ever seen in my life.
Materials had already been printed, resulting in a front
The most 90s ass dude. This is if Hooters was a game, dude. This is what I'm talking about. Listen, this is the art and the nostalgia of this is powerful. There's a certain level of you can look at this and be like, this is ridiculous. I love this. This is awesome. Artist on the side of a van. This is exactly that. This is the art on the side of like a Death Leopard van, dude. Oh man, that was a good time. Dude, the art style alone is so fucking badass.
cover and half the name having
That's
nothing
when we wearing
to
a
do
red
with the
bikini.
actual
Exactly.
game.
That's how you know it was an OG.
At this point, it would be time consuming and expensive to redo it all, so they
Yep.
end up just sticking with it.
Yep.
And in 1994, the game hits shelves
And
people pick it up. Looks nice.
I mean, if I saw that shit, I'd be like, if I saw that shit to be a teen, dude, I'd be like, oh, finally a game for me. Finally a game for me.
The storyline isn't amazing.
No.
The quests are pretty linear.
Also true.
The graphics are only okay. And
This is true.
on launch, the game is absolutely fucked. There
But it's a really cool concept.
are random crashes, falling through floors, corrupt save files,
Yep.
invisible enemies, quest items not spawning, enemies just walking through walls,
Yep.
and more. It's also very hard to run, but installer patches coming out every other week, and eventually the game works.
Yeah, so that is also the most Bethesda thing I've ever heard in my life. Bethesda from the get-go, for as long as you've known them, chat, has always just been like this. Yes. I don't know how. I don't know what is going on, but they've just always been it just works, the company. This has always been the case. Most people didn't have internet in 1993. There was like, you could, if you had internet access, you could download the patch onto a floppy, take the floppy to your PC and plug it in. So if you had access to a public library, you could download the driver. Not the driver, the update. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun stuff. Good shit.
For as much as stuff changes, everything stays the same.
It's kind of comforting in a way, isn't it? It's a little comforting. Yeah, a little nice.
And it's good. It starts out like any other dungeon crawler at the time, but leave that first dungeon, and you can go
Anywhere.
For starters, the game is absolutely massive.
Yep.
Its map spans an entire procedurally generated continent,
It's like real-time traveling would take you real-time days. This is a real thing.
clocking in at around 9 million square kilometers.
This is a real thing. It is ahead of its time beyond, like, we can make fun of them now, but this was genuinely ahead of its time. It is so absolutely crazy how big the map was. Like, it was all of the maps. There's Morrowind, there's Sunset Isles, there's Valen, there's Skyrim, there's Hammerfell, there's High Rock. You get, I mean, the whole, it's all right there. And the map still like that. Yep.
That's over half the size of Russia. There are hundreds of towns, cities, dungeons,
Yep.
and quests to dig through.
Yep.
Although again, these are mostly procedurally generated. There's also
A lot of it. I have played through Arena. A lot of it is just you just go here and do this. That's it. Like you just go here, give this guy this, call it a day. But it's still cool.
a ton of NPCs. All are procedurally named and have their own professions.
Yep.
They'll even run away if your weapon's drawn. Arena also has a pretty detailed character creation system.
Not bad.
With various races, 18 classes, and an attribute system.
Very
Also,
cool.
a cool spellcrafting system, a dynamic weather system, and is that a persistent day and night cycle?
I'm just saying, talk shit all you want. You'll gotta admit, this is peak now. My dog is rolling around the giant dog bed right now, just making noises. She's so cute. This is peak now. Like, this is impressive right now. So, and this is 1993. This is 20 years ago, dude, if not more. Like, what are we doing? This is awesome.
Pretty rare at the time.
Yep.
At night, shops even close.
That's
And
cool.
just like real life, monsters and other creatures start to appear.
Yeah, man.
And the game
They
goes
really
on to
doing
sell around
stuff.
100,000 copies.
Which, remember, 1993. Yeah, 30 years ago. Sorry, 30 years ago, 1993. Just saying.
Not a massive success, but
That's
it's
massive at the time.
alright. And Bethesda hits the green light for a sequel.
Daggerfall!
Hi, doggy.
Yeah! Daggerfall's also...
It's now the mid-90s.
Here we go.
There are about 40 people at Bethesda.
I'm giving you guys context, because a lot of you guys don't have this. Some of you guys are younger in the chat. That's a lot of employees. 100K and poor marketing, yes. But also 40 employees for a game studio is a lot. We're 94, I'm 31 this year. Well, that you might get a... Oh. You have a good nap on you? Hi, Dust Coach. How are you? And also, let me read Steve Fall. Hello.
And Todd is handed his first major job.
Okay.
Producer and designer on their next Terminator
Sure.
game, Future Shock, with a team of about 8 people.
Not
This is
bad.
one of the first first-person shooters to feature true 3D environments, thanks to their cutting-edge in-house game engine,
Fair.
X Engine. It's also one of the first PC games with full 3D mouse look, meaning you can now look up and down.
Dude, Bethesda are dead-ass trendsetters.
So, the Elder Scrolls, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it when you browse TikTok?
Oh, shut up.
Sorry, I could not resist.
Shut up.
Not really sorry, though.
It's a good joke. A great joke, even. Moz, ban that guy.
Despite all of that, it doesn't sell too well.
No!
But at the same time, development on Arena's sequel is now well underway, and Daggerfall is shaping up to be one of the largest and most ambitious RPGs
Daggerfall actually wasn't too bad.
ever made.
Well, eventually. You'll see.
They now have a bigger
You'll
dev
see.
team, around 15 people. However, development is still not fun. 7-hour work days,
7 hour? What?
18 months of crunch,
Sure.
some weeks, 60 hours on the clock minimum, or managers would be screaming.
Okay.
Things are so bad. The Terminator game devs are pulled in to help out. They have
Okay, 7 hours on average, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. Got it, okay.
limited technology to work with and a far tighter deadline. And again, there are new ideas and features constantly bloating the scope of the game, with a ton of these eventually having to be cut. In-depth housing furnishing,
Sure.
warring factions,
Sure.
cities under siege,
Sure.
advanced AI, and even multiplayer.
A lot of stuff they still have now gotten to this day, by the way.
All next.
Yep.
Naturally, the team is fairly stressed. A
Yep.
decent chunk of staff dip from the company, and one is even hospitalized for a breakdown.
And remember, this is the 90s. So if you think game dev right now is bad, picture when it was like brand new and there weren't as many like workers' rights. Good God. Nah, I'm good.
Development of this game is such a nightmare, it's almost the end of Bethesda Softworks. But in 1996,
Okay.
after almost 3 years of development,
Sure.
Daggerfall comes out the other side.
Whoa, look at it. Wow, Daggerfall. Woo!
And it's very good.
It is.
It also sells very well.
Yep.
shifting over 100,000 copies in just a few days.
This was the moment I'm pretty sure they got put on the map. Like, that's insane. For the mid-90s? Like, this may have been the moment they got put on the map. On God, for real, for real. Like, it sucks. But also, I'm glad they could put, I liked Daggerfall. I played it. It was good.
And eventually,
Recharge headset. What? Okay, hold on. My fucking headset's yelling at me. The downside to having, here, I'll keep one in. Can you guys still hear it?
settling at almost 1 million. Again,
Jeez!
the game is huge. This time it's set in a smaller, but more fleshed out segment of the continent.
Smart.
This time with around 15,000 towns and cities, and
Average amount, sure.
almost 1 million NPCs.
Average amount. Yeah. We've all had that. Yeah, sure.
You are now also racist. The map is now about 200,000 square kilometers, almost the size of the UK.
Sure.
And this time, it's fully consistent, meaning you can actually walk from town to town. One guy on Reddit says walking the map corner to corner took him around 69 hours.
Nice.
Nice. It's also on Bethesda's new X engine, so enjoy all of that in true 3D.
That's awesome.
And Daggerfall is packed with new features.
Daggerfall was
Block
a good game,
bashing,
by the way.
climbing, house and ship purchases, a detailed banking system with
Sure.
letters of credit and loans,
Awesome.
horseback travel,
Love that.
an actual legal system with court sessions, and holidays with actual effects on the in-game world.
Dude, it was a good game. Credit where it's due. Good ass game right there, man. Good goddamn game.
Daggerfall is also a far more in-depth RPG.
Good ass game.
There are massive upgrades to the character system. It now features 35 skill lines, including parkour, speechcraft,
Nice.
and the ability to learn enemy languages.
Yeah.
Also,
Maybe Gronk.
instead of leveling up and manually choosing which skills to improve, skills go up by just doing the skill.
Okay. This, I think, is genuinely peak leveling. I like the RuneScape way of leveling where you do the thing to level the thing more than just picking the skills. I think this is peak leveling. RuneScape was not the first, no. This was, deadass in this game, you could just jump a bunch and train your jumping. It was grindy. It was grindy, but I like this more. I don't know. I like this more. Also, levels got here. I like this more. It felt more, I don't know, just juicy. It felt good. It felt nice. It was about level. Yeah, it's like abiotic. That's why another reason I love Abiotic Factory. You level the thing by doing the thing. Deadass. I don't care if it's 1,000. Oh, dude, I want to fish 1,000 lobsters so bad. It was worth thematic, but gamers will often take the fun out of the game. Oh yeah, gamers will optimize the fun of every game. Yes. Plus more than class is the idea that practice makes perfect. I like it. TF2. Final Fantasy 2 was the first one to do it. Oh.
There are also now joinable factions, like the Fighters, Thieves, and Mages Guild.
Right.
An upgraded dialogue system.
Sure.
And a whole reputation system to boot.
Very cool.
With factions, cities,
Yep.
provinces,
Yep.
lower classes,
Right.
and upper classes,
Right.
all having their own opinion of you.
If you start a fight with me, you thug scum.
Your alignment with factions even changes the end of the game.
Yep.
Naturally, Daggerfall ends up being an absolutely huge install. Around 4.
This is less of a problem when you think of it. Back in the day, I don't know how many of you dude had to do this, but back in the day, when you had to install things manually, it's like taking the time to pre-install almost. Like, when you buy a game, you were never playing it day of. You had to like set aside time, like, I'm going to be spending the next like 3 or 4 hours installing this game. Especially for World of Warcraft. If you ever did a clean wipe of World of Warcraft, you had to, dude, the reinstall on that was a bitch. Oh my God. So many floppy disk, CDs, it was good stuff. Good times.
400 megabytes. Bear in mind though, this is at a time where most games clock in at around 10 megabytes.
And this shit's 450. Oh my God, Dark Forces? Dude, Dark Forces is kind of neat. Okay. Hell yeah.
And hard drives only really go up to about 1 gigabyte.
Yep.
Again.
No, my heart, dude. Deadass. I remember the average hard drive being like 250 gigs, something like that. Not gigs, megabytes. So it was like a luxury to have a gig. Dead ass, a luxury. So they said about the hearing the World of the Disc. I do miss the aesthetic of the disc, like as it's like scanning and stuff. That was always nice, but
it's also very hard to run, and the game has horrific technical issues.
Yes.
This is actually much worse than Arenas, so Bethesda gets back on the patch mill. But even still, the game remains very buggy to this day.
There are, I think, good old games fixed a lot of it, and I think you can get a lot of patches for a lot of the problems that Daggerfall had, which was a lot. But also, 1 million NPCs, 15,000 cities, you know what I'm saying? And literally the arrows of going for megabytes to the comment, the gigabytes to terabytes is insane. I know, right? I know, right?
In December 1997, they released a linear dungeon crawler called Elder Scrolls Battlespire. It
I never heard. Oh no, I have played this.
does terribly.
I remember this because it was at my local library for back in the day. Your local library typically would have, like, if they had computers, they would have gaming nights, and we would come in. Everyone would get the librarian would install my computers at the library. They installed Wolfenstein, like the Wolfenstein 1, like the original, like the one that's like the crawler one, and they installed what was it? Not Call of Duty 1. No, they didn't. Call of Duty 1 was installed, but that was later. What was another one they installed? Oh my god. Oh, so long ago. I don't remember the other ones. Good night, Yuka! I know Pajama Sam. I just never played Pajama Sam. But yeah, this is I think Battlespire was one of them you could have played.
In October 1998, they released Elder Scrolls Redguard. This is a 3D action-adventure game inspired by Tomb Raider.
Yep.
It also does terribly. In fact, these games do so badly, the company's now in financial ruin because of them.
I mean, yeah, this is a case of you guys will learn really fast. Bethesda very much believes in, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if you guys don't believe, they believe that Skyrim for the past like 20 years.
And they're now downsizing massively.
Yes, I was in the chess club.
During this time, a ton of devs hit the road, including Julian LaFay and most of the original team.
No!
Things are bad. So in an attempt to get their hands on some more cash, Bethesda restructures. And in 1999, Chris Weaver brings in a guy called Robert Altman to co-found ZeniMax Media.
This is new information for me. I'm not familiar with any of this lore.
Bethesda Softworks' new parent company.
Okay.
Now Altman is a well-connected lawyer, and with him now in the picture, Bethesda can get some serious investment.
Yeah, this is new for me.
So Weaver steps down from CEO to CTO.
Sure.
And Altman steps up.
Okay.
Robert Altman has a completely clean history with no scandals at all.
Oh. We're doing this now. Okay. So this is where it got it. Okay. Got it. All right. ZeniMax is control of ES on. Oh!
A couple years later, and in 2001, the publishing and development arms of Bethesda split.
Okay.
The publishing arm staying as Bethesda Softworks, and the development team becoming Bethesda Game Studios.
Okay, that actually makes a logical bit of sense. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, all of that. That makes sense to me, sure.
They all remain in the same building. However, there's a situation brewing. The dot-com bubble has just burst, and trillions of dollars are currently being vaporized from the stock market. Bethesda is hit hard, and now even more developers are leaving or getting the sack.
This is like, I love Big Boss because the lore here is true. The dot-com bubble, the start of the millennium, everything is just going under because of all the goddamn. We are now entering a phase where Bethesda has to make a pivot or double down what they know. And that is when I believe we're going to get Morrowind. Because they tried to get really silly with the past two games. And now Morrowind's a return to form for them, I believe.
On the board of directors, serious bad vibes. They're currently doubting the whole enterprise. And there's growing tensions between Weaver and other executives. But particularly, Robert Altman. Okay. Weaver is focused on the technology and innovation.
Is that actually Weaver? Is that actually what Weaver looks like? I don't think so, right? Morrowind's very cool. Morrowind's very good. Market bubble bursting. Thank goodness the only one definitely won't come up again. Yep. No, I know it's not. I'm being silly. But also, this is a very good JPEG.
In the games. Altman on the finances and profits of the company.
Yeah.
And these clash. And eventually, it comes to a head. And Altman usurps the throne.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna start off. I'm gonna give you the quick TLDR according to Google, the .com bubble. The .com bubble, also known as the internet bubble, was a period of rapid, unsustainable growth in the stock market, particularly in internet-related companies from roughly 1995 to 2000, followed by a crash in 2001, 2002. Basically a bunch of, it's the boom of the internet. It's really all it is. The boom of the internet. No one was expecting it to happen, and it just became, it boomed and busted, and that's what happened. It's happening on AI. I think that actually wouldn't be a far off statement to say. I think that wouldn't be a far off statement to say. I think that bubbles probably, there's a lot of bubbles that are due to burst. The idea was everything was going to become digital, so you get it quickly, which caused a boom and a bust. Yes, literally, everyone's like, we have to go online, we have to go online, we have to go online, have to go online. Everyone goes online. They realize you didn't have to go online, pulls out, and then there's the bust, right? That's TLDR. Hi, Red, how are you? Hope it's happening AI. Back when there was only one bubble. Yeah, now we have multiple bubbles that are due to bust, which is, yeah.
How much I sacrificed!
He kicks Weaver out of his own company entirely in 2002.
Yep.
First time.
And stacks the board with his own guys. This results in a nasty lawsuit.
Yep.
It's around the same time that the few developers left at Bethesda are putting their heads together for what they think could be their last game.
By the way, nothing will kill creativity more than middle and upper management. Stockholders are the death of AAA games. And you're seeing it, the original birth of exactly that. Stockholders are literally a cancer to these kind of games, these studios. You see it, and we're going to watch it in real time, because we already know what happens. So, money is the... Morrowind, I told you!
When work on Morrowind began, things didn't look great. After a big
About 4
wait...
minutes of the game, when the reality really bad fight system is a masterpiece. I think... How do I phrase this? Oh, wrong button. I'm trying to run an ad break, but it won't run. My stream desk would acting up today. I have to run an ad right manually, I think. Hold on, chat. Oh, ads fail. Runs the ad on cooldown. What the fuck is happening? Whatever. Morrowind is fantastic, but I think if you want the best iteration between, I think if you want to capture the charm of original Bethesda, but have the updates of modern Bethesda, Oblivion is the best. Oblivion was the last, like, time where Bethesda felt very, I don't know, kind of them. Before they pivoted to Skyrim. Oblivion got one big problem, level scaling. No, I don't think it was a big problem unless you, like, played nonstop. But some people did. I didn't really have that problem, so.
Of layoffs, there are about 30 people left at the company. This includes a development team of just 7 people.
Jesus.
As the director of the Elder Scrolls Redguard, as well as one of the few developers actually left.
I suspect that's why, by the way. I suspect that's kind of why he got the job. Just saying. Between us girls, I mean, just saying.
Todd is now the project lead, and in late 2001, he calls in the boys.
I'm just saying.
Listen, lads, this could well be the very last thing we're ever gonna make.
Right.
If we don't nail this, we're cooked.
Skyrim was so good that they never made any game that was a Skyrim clone. I genuinely enjoyed it. You know what? I may have spoke too soon. I liked Skyrim quite a bit. I think Skyrim was good. Yeah, I could see. I think they're in an Ouroboros right now, by the way. They cannot possibly make another Elder Scrolls game in the modern gaming sphere without being lambasted by everyone for either not being good enough, or the graphics being too lame, or the story being too lame. There's been like 15 years of hype for Skyrim 6, and they just kept pushing it off. They are kind of screwed here. I'll be real with you guys.
See, Morrowind originally started out much grander in scope,
Sure.
but they'd made that mistake twice before, and development wasn't a great time. This time, they could not miss.
Right.
So Todd's deciding to dial it back a bit, an attempt
That
to
is the first time I've ever heard Todd Howard dial it back a bit. Okay. All right. My bad, Todd. Hit it.
more focused development. The procedural stuff, that's getting flushed.
Smart.
This thing was going to be fully handcrafted from the ground up.
Oh, guys.
Also,
all right, like that.
that 3D engine of theirs, in the bin too.
Okay.
They're now using an engine called Gamebryo, and naturally, this new engine changes the game a lot. They're now able to create a far more detailed world, and
These, I can't believe I'm saying it. Todd made the right call here. Procedural generation is awesome, but having a more refined and a smaller map. I mean, again, look at fucking Skyrim. Smaller map, but everything. Well, Skyrim's problem is a lot of dungeons kind of felt the same after a while, but point still stands. Smaller. Vivid core memory, I know, right? Classic WoW. Oh, stop. I'm going to punch you.
enhanced graphics, physics, and lighting.
Look how beautiful this game is.
Also, more complex scripting and AI.
Talk to me. Who's there? Who's there? If you talk to someone while invisible, they react to that. Todd, you've done it again.
Despite
Todd, you
all of this,
bastard.
development is still horrific, with 7-day work weeks at points. But after a small delay to May 2002,
Sure.
after 5 years, the next Elder Scrolls is ready to release.
I think genuinely, I will never say this again, but Todd made the right calls here. Focusing on he just focusing on gameplay and a refined experience over an infinite world and stuff is the play. Todd Howard, dare I say, you son of a bitch, you've done it again. Todd Howard.
Morrowind is a completely new Elder Scrolls experience.
Oh my god!
Instead of the procedural towns, cities, and quests, players step foot into a rich, handcrafted world.
That's
just bursting with detail.
It feels better.
Control the robots.
Not just the world. Pretty much every NPC, including random bandits, are handcrafted too, with their own.
Feels better. I'll give credit where it's due. It feels better to play. I'll say it. I love procedural generation, but there's something that's just nicer about a fully tailored experience for you. Also, your problem is that they took everything they loved out of Oblivion and got True Streamline happy in the point where each kill bandits as cave. Yeah, that's really what happened. That's my biggest gripe with Skyrim, actually. I love Skyrim, but a lot of the dungeons and caves felt like kill bandits, get end thing, call it day. Oh. Everything else was great though. I enjoy the shit out of Skyrim. I love modding the shit. Well, I do mod Skyrim, but I'm talking original Skyrim when it dropped. And I was there day one, baby. It's definitely a different tale. The rumors next month are releasing. No shot. Oblivion remastered? You're lying. That's April Fools. Don't lie to me. We don't do April Fools here. Don't lie to me. Don't you lie to me. Don't. We're not lying. We don't lie to each other. Stop. We don't do April Fools here. April Fools is tomorrow. Some places it's right now. You're not. No one lie to me about these kind of games. It's only a rumor. So help me. And I am saying this now. And this is the last thing to say of it. Mods, write this down. Mod check. Write this down. Mods. I'm dead serious. I am dead serious with this. I'm going to tell you something right now. All right? Listen to me now. This is your one warning. Tomorrow for April Fools, we can all have a good goof and a laugh, okay? But if any of you, and I mean any of you, make the joke that there's Titanfall 3 announced, or there's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 3, and it's a joke, you're gonna get banned for a week. You're done for a week. I don't care about any other game. You can make any other game joke. World of Warcraft 2. The KOTOR remake was canceled. It was canceled. They announced it and they scrapped it. You will be gone for a week. I will, if I hear one Bloodborne remake, I don't care. You can say any other game in the stream. I do not care. But those are the two. I don't care about Half-Life 3. I don't care about Team Fortress 3. Believe it or not, Titanfall 3, KOTOR 3. Those are the ones that get you thrown to the Shadow Realm, okay? Minecraft 2, don't care. There's no other game you can say that I get mad about. No other game. One of his official accounts, I don't think Respawn would ever make a joke like that. They would get lambasted. They would be torn asunder if they made a Titanfall 3 announcement, April Fool's joke, after the state of Apex Legends. Well, Fortnite? I don't care about Fortnite. I don't care. I don't care about Fortnite. I don't care about, I don't really, I'm trying to think of anything else I would be jazzed about that you guys ruined for me.
Think you are able to pay anyone to take the Freddy Freaker model and retexture it to look like you?
Haunting.
More than it already does.
Haunting.
Would have been perfect for April Fool's,
I'm not,
but I
that's
guess
ghoulish.
it's too late now.
That's
Or
ghoulish.
you could just turn your camera on. Same experience.
Why are you guys such bullies? Why are you guys such bullies to me? Yeah, get Gold Toast out of it. Get Gold Toast out of it. Brutal, bro. Brutal.
And custom names,
Brutal.
stats, and often backstories or notes. Its storyline is very well written.
Sure.
It spans politics, philosophy,
Yep.
and religion. And it's all layered and ambiguous.
It's a good game. I can't argue. It's a good game. It's a good game. Hold on, I gotta ask Mark for coffee. Can I get a cup of coffee when you're free? It's a good goddamn day. It's a good goddamn day. It's like
Every
Kim's on your
quest in
face
the
it
game
was.
Also handcrafted, and includes a ton of player choice throughout, with branching, interconnected quest lines
So the
that are
freaker, I can't, I'm
approachable in
too deep
different
in.
ways. It's
Am I
immersive.
okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Too. You can kill every single NPC in the game, even
Yep.
if it ruins your main quest.
You actually can. Wait, hold on. It tells you too, right? Yeah. The character of death, the prophecy saved, restore, save game. Yep. You can just that's one of the things they did away with. Oh. I'm yelling at Mari. This is something you could do in only Morrowind. They fixed this for Oblivion, right? They fixed it for Oblivion because you can't kill the king, right? You can't. It's only in Morrowind you can do this, I believe. You can do the quest to get some twerking Venom emote tomorrow. Oh, 100%. Are you kidding me? Yeah, 1000%. Also, if it knows that you were a loading game. Is it true? Lets you know when you soft lock. Yes, it lets you know when you soft lock. Yeah, or actually, it's a hard lock because when you kill somebody, the game's like, okay, well that's. My brother countered a massive field. Farmer saw the one-shot Vivek, the god of Morrowind, to ruin the save. That's crazy. Can't go with the entire game up clear of all life. 0 out of 10. You can. So if Dalek were to acknowledge that you can kill him with this reality, but the other one is still alive. Oh, okay. I broke Fallout 3 receiving the last quest after leaving Megatron, just exploring it innocently. That's kind of cute. That's kind of silly.
Main quest.
What have I done?
What have I
There's
done?
basically no fast travel beyond paid transportation services from
Yep.
city to city.
Yep.
And there's no quest markers. or
That
even
shit.
Papa, are you looking for the word essential for those essential NPCs?
That's what I was saying, right? Essential. This is another thing that this is the back in the day, and this is gonna blow some of your minds. For shit like this, early internet forums you lived on. Anyone who ever played vanilla World of Warcraft will understand how you just lived online to figure out what the you're supposed to do for some of these goddamn quests. Before there were quest markers, there was the searching and reading experience, which I was terrible at. My favorite game, I love Star Wars Knights of the Republic 1. My favorite game of all time. Game Facts, been there. Hi, good, how are you? Hi, Mike. Dude, I was online. Old school cheat codes, central my Bible as a kid. Oh my god. Oh, good shit.
compass.
Fall, how you doing?
If you want to finish a quest or
Yep.
track somewhere or someone down, you'll have to ask the locals.
Yep.
The world itself, unique indeed.
Which is a cool idea, but does get a little tedious. Does get a little tedious. Thank you for the follow again. Weird that did twice. I use the effect for a day some games. That's true.
Interesting architecture, outlandish creatures,
Sure.
and big mushrooms. And due to the new engine,
Good water.
it's alive. With items all over
Yep.
the map
Love
that
it.
you can pick up and drop. Also, this time round, they'd gone with a guy called Jeremy Soule for the soundtrack. And new music,
Oh, yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
NPCs
Oh, man. They learn going to us. Good noises in my ears, dude.
get an upgrade. There's now some light voice acting,
Sure.
and the game introduces a disposition system, meaning every NPC either likes you or hates you, depending on your personality, speechcraft,
Sure.
general reputation,
Sure.
and race.
Okay, you're
That's
good to
true,
go.
by the way. They introduced racism, which they still did to this day with the Talmor and the Empire and the Nords of Skyrim. So their most recent game is still like the world of Tamriel is very racist. Do not be confused. Very bad time to be anything other than human. Racist slavery and Morrowind hard coded. Oh yeah, it's in the game. Yes. That's the point. It's the point. Playing Morrowind as an organization is interesting. It is a fantasy racism, it's a strong word building. It's very interesting. I can't believe Todd created racism. Can't believe Todd made racist. All racism point to Todd.
Morrowind also introduces leveled zones. See, a ton of enemies in the last two games scaled to the player's level.
Yep.
You leveled up a bunch and improved your skills. Well, unlucky. So has everyone else.
Yep.
But here, certain areas will have higher level enemies and loot.
I understand why they did this. I'm okay with it. Some people don't like it because they're like, well, what if you super scale in some areas and just one shots? I don't really care. That was never really like an issue personally for me. But again, to each their own.
Meaning exploration is more dangerous,
Yes.
but more rewarding as you get better.
Sure.
On PC, Morrowind also ships with the Elder Scrolls construction set. Essentially, the original dev tools Bethesda had used to actually make the game.
Super cool. I hate level scale. That's why I hate Oblivion. About that. I think to each their own. I think if you had experiences with that, you like really got into the game, it could be kind of lame. I personally, it never really affected me. I think it was both as best. A power level, I want to feel like a badass still. Yeah, I think I want to like have a challenge, but still feel like I'm moving ass. You know what I mean?
Every aspect of the game, from landscapes to graphics,
Very
to quests,
cool. Modding was born.
anything
Yep.
you could hope for,
Oh,
are now open to modification. It's not all good though.
Oh.
The combat in Morrowind is incredibly clunky and works
Hey. Take the good with the bad, baby. Listen. If an RPG is awesome at being an RPG, I'll take mid combat. I mean, wasn't like The Witcher 1's combat atrocious, but the RPG was good? So like, that's where I'm at, is like, if the RPG elements are great, we're cooking, but if the combat's like, oh, you live in level scaling because everything became a sponge at higher levels, so it was highly intuitive. That's fair. That's fair. That's actually really fair. Yes.
on dice rolls. Just very clearly hit that guy at point blank range. No,
Yep.
turns out you missed. Also, bad balancing.
Yep.
And there are a few things missing from Daggerfall. The lock bashing, climbing,
Sure.
housing in ships, banking system,
But that's, I don't know how that's like,
horse travel,
Okay.
in-game holidays,
In the vault.
legal system,
Sure.
all gone. And of course, again, the game is buggy, suffers from bad performance, and is hard to run. But
that's never gonna change. Let's be real. That's never gonna change. Sorry. Let's call it like it is. It's like a new Battlefield game. It's not gonna be a real game until like a week after or a month after patch, right? That's to save load. The speedruns are real. Fair. Mass Effect 1, good fantastic Streamlining Madness combat system got better. You gain one, lose the other. True. Bethesda, also true. It is what it is. Honestly, it is what it is. Like, what the else are you supposed to do, right? Like, this is Bethesda. There are certain games, when they come out, they're shit and you know it. Every Battlefield game sucks on release. Every Bethesda game sucks on release. It's another good one, chat. I think here. I'm drawing a blank another one. Cyberpunk to repeat. Cyberpunk sucked, I believe, because of crunching. That was CD Projekt Rest. No Man's Sky has a whole ass history of that. I'm talking studios that release multiple games. Everything Ubisoft sucks on release for the most part in general. I don't think that has anything to do with the other than just in general. You know what I'm saying? EA. What does EA even make anymore? Hold on. EA Games 2024. What do they make? I don't even know what FIFA. Yeah, it's just FIFA, right? Yeah. EA FC 25, College Football, EA Sports Madden, and then that's all they really did last year. So really, I mean, I guess just yeah, sure. They have enough time. Cyberpunk is fine now. Cyberpunk is great now. I love Cyberpunk now. Literally, they can't call it FIFA anymore. True. You finally saw Battlefield Labs alpha gameplay 3 or 4. It's still out to great form. Is this for the new one or are they remastering one?
Overall, Morrowind is an amazing game, and it flies off shelves.
New one, I'm excited. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
It's revolutionary, a way bigger success than they'd ever anticipated. It sells over 4 million copies in the first 3 years.
In 2005? Now I know how Bethesda's a goddamn mega giant. Are you shitting me? Oh. Dude, GameStop. I was working at GameStop for special releases. I worked at GameStop when I was younger. And midnight releases were a treat. My manager would make like cookies for people to come in. They'd pick up their games. I forget what game we did it for, but it was a very, very cool night. Like they had the whole staff working. There was a line at the door and she'd make sure like y'all have like water and stuff. And technically you can't sell it to you guys until midnight. It was a whole thing where folks, it's just a nice, they were like a nice, almost like a community thing where just nerds came together. They were fun, man. They were fun. It kind of bums me out. Shut up, Hollow. But no, it kind of bums me out that that's not a thing anymore. Because it was a good time to like, I don't know, man. It was a good vibe. It was smelly. Weirdly, no. You know, you guys know I'll always take a shot at the gamers, but no, I think the smells were pretty avoidable. The only ever smells that we got from people were the people that were like clearly like, you know, that person. You know the person. That person. They're like, they stink like shit. Their Xbox has cockroaches in or some shit like that. I'm like, ugh. Skyrim was the last game I played. Skyrim 2. Man, I miss Midnight Releases, dude.
Critical acclaim.
Woo,
Coming in from all directions. It's even crowned the Game of the Year.
Whoa. My comments say 11 years of security. The patch was released Double 3. Oh my god. Diablo 3. That game was bad on release too. It got better. Also, usually said, not help with the stink. That's true. Wasn't a higher piece thing. It was just really sad to people. Yeah, exactly.
Bethesda also shipped it on the original Xbox for the first time. This is at a time where RPGs are more PC focused. So it's now reaching a whole new market. And it goes on to be the 18th best-selling game on that console.
Yep.
Morrowind conjures a massive profit. And Bethesda finally has some financial breathing room.
They do. I have the official version of Oblivion! I liked Oblivion. I'll say it. I liked it. I know it's not everybody's favorite. I think it was fun. I think it was fine. I enjoyed it for what it was. I think it was fine. It was fun. I like demons and killing them and stuff. I loved Oblivion, man. It's fun.
After Morrowind, Todd is hailed as a king.
True.
Bethesda's savior.
Yep.
Under his direction, he'd brought the company back from the brink. So naturally,
I'll say it. He did. I'm sorry. He made the right calls. I'm sorry. You can hate me all you want. We are following the storyline. And as the storyline right now, in 2005, in the story right now, he did save Bethesda. I will say it. He made the right calls. Objectively made the right calls. So, I'm going to say it right now. We're in the year 2005. Todd Howard did it again. You son of a bitch. But we'll see how long that lasts. We know Oblivion will be good. Under Fallout 4, Bethesda fell from the bike crusade. I'm trying to think. When do I agree with that sentiment? I think Fallout 4, if you could put a pin in where you think, I think Fallout 4 is a fair statement. Fallout 4 was fun, but it felt AAA, parentheses, derogatory. Fallout 4 came out first, then 76. Wait for the Blood of New Vegas and Obsidian. Did you guys know that New Vegas only had a year to make their game? Isn't that weird? Interesting. So this is made on Engine for 4. Yeah.
He's back in the cockpit for their next project. Bethesda also doubles up their workforce with some of that new cash.
Here we go.
They've also just gone in on new technology.
Yep.
For the first time, they're playing around with the
it.
Havok physics engine.
Here we go.
Alongside a new world rendering system.
Here we go.
They're also bulking up on the voice acting. In Morrowind, only a few key characters
How you doing,
were voiced.
How are you?
But
New Vegas is loads of fun. I love New Vegas.
Todd
I
wants
love New Vegas.
everyone.
I heard I'm legally obligated to love it too. You have to. You legally have to. That's just the rules. Sorry, Eagle. I don't make the rules. I follow them.
For the game ends up at around 40,000 lines of dialogue.
Good God!
That's about 50 hours of audio. An issue. This ends up taking over half the game's file size. So
because we're still on CDs, chat. It's not as easy as you just upload it. Like they're not. Compression does not work as well in 2006 or 7 than it does now. So yeah, the sizes are going to be rough.
They end up having to trim thousands of voice lines and a ton of already developed game features.
Which you can actually fit. I believe you can get a lot of that back through mods, or they release like if they ever release a Oblivion remaster with those lines,
just so it'd fit on the 360 disc.
Sure.
Like the first game, arenas were supposed to be in every city in the game.
Right.
And it was all pretty much done here. But again, it had to go. May 2005. It's E3 and promises.
Do you guys miss E3 yet? Actual question. No wrong answers. Will they have the master copy still? Probably not. No. I don't really miss it either. You miss E3? No wrong answers. No, I mean, if you guys miss E3, I mean, there's no wrong answers. I'm just curious. I kind of miss it. I miss it in the way that I miss there was when it was just industry and not like, you know what I mean? E3 was okay if you had internet in the past. When it was public audience, it sucked balls. That's fair. I miss E3 from the earlier days. I miss it from like back when Game Informer was at its peak too. New Star Wars games and Star Wars games. Okay. E3 is super corporate. Yeah, E3 got a little too corporate. It got a little. I've been to E3. I played Elder Scrolls. I was the second person in the in the world to play Elder Scrolls Online. I'm very proud of that fact. But I think it was an E3 2000 something team. 14, 13? Corpo ruins everything. Yeah, Corpo just kind of made it not as... Game 4 is back. Ooh. E3 was for kids who read magazines that didn't have internet, and E3 was just one big news dump. Yeah, actually. And I'm fine with that, but it got a little too Corpo. E3 when they said cosplay contest, we can all agree Corpo's ruining everything, right? Like, it's not even a hot take. That's like the most lukewarm take I could possibly give you guys. Corpo's just ruined everything, yeah? Like, it's not even a take.
Is a hefty. Todd jumps on the mic himself and fills us in on his new Radiant AI system.
Let's take a look at the other side of the game, our new Radiant AI system.
Okay.
It allows NPCs to have full 24/7 schedules. These NPCs are not...
Okay. There is no comedy greater than Oblivion NPCs. That I will die on. There are few things funnier than Oblivion NPCs for this reason.
Scripted.
In the demo, he even shows off a bit of his own voice acting.
What? That really pisses me off.
Todd, you've done it again, you silly son of a bitch.
Oh no, what do we do? I'm so scared.
Anyway, 4 years in the oven, and on the 20th of March 2006,
Sure.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion is finally ready.
Look at her. She's beautiful.
And again, it's good.
I liked it! I don't know what it is. For some reason, some people are so down bad to talk shit about Oblivion or Morrowind or Skyrim, like, it was not as good or it's not as good. Like, shut up. Like, a lot of people like what they like, man. This is a good game. I liked it.
The combat is far better.
Oh, yeah.
For starters, you can now actually hit things. And when you do, the new Havoc physics engine makes for incredibly realistic, true to life.
It's my favorite. It's so good.
Ragdolls. Also, if you can see something, chances are you can now pick it up and swing it round.
Love that.
The graphics are also much better.
It's true.
Just don't look at the NPCs. The new rendering system allows for huge load distances, meaning none of that thick fog that was
It's
literally
so
everywhere
beautiful.
in Morrowind.
It's so beautiful.
And the world is populated with luscious, thick
Me too,
shrubbery,
I love it.
thanks to a new technology called Speed Tree.
Okay.
Also, again, enjoy all of this with another amazing soundtrack from
everyone shut up.
Jeremy's
Here we
song. While the main quest is
no, you're
incredibly
playing it.
repetitive, the side quests and faction quest lines in Oblivion, sublime.
Would there be a Oblivion stream? I would be down. One day, if I'm ever big enough as a streamer, I just want to do a week where I just get through Star Wars KOTOR 1. I think it'd be fun. I don't know if I do Oblivion stream. I've not Quest Oblivion. Yeah, the quests were really good. The quests were really good in Oblivion. I will agree, after a certain time of going into Oblivion, like, you know, like, it was kind of like, but I think the quest was really good. It was very, very good. The combat, and this is not me shitting on Morrowind. This is objectively facts. And I'm sorry, but the combat was just better than Morrowind. And Robotic, I mentioned it earlier. It's the dice roll system, bro. Morrowind, I don't know what they were thinking there. It was just, aren't you a puppet fur? That's not what I mean.
They're really well written and very fun.
Yes.
In fact, they're generally considered to be the best in the series.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me think. Yeah. I don't think it's close. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Yeah. I think Oblivion's writing's the best, I think. Daggerfall and Arena didn't really have anything good. Skyrim was very, very straightforward. Bad Dragon's back. Right? Let's be real. Bad Dragon's bad. And then Morrowind is alright, but I think Oblivion really had good writing.
The Dark Brotherhood questline is especially
Oh! I have not played Oblivion in literally years, and I'm hopeful. Can I tell you guys a real thing I'm hopeful for? I am hopeful in my age. I have forgotten how to play Oblivion because I would love to re-experience this now. Do you know what I mean? I have not played it in since it came out. I want to re-experience this now. Like, I'm almost certain I've forgotten a lot of this shit. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hopeful that my brain has dumped so much. So I played it when I was a kid, dude. I hope I can play it now. And it's this day was who done it for the Dark Brotherhood line. Oh, I'm gonna say another controversial opinion. Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim was very subpar. Very subpar quest line. Very subpar ending. It was just It was all right. It had some cool moments. Like you could talk to the what's her face. It's kind of neat, but the rest of it's just you know what I mean? Oblivion is fun. Oblivion is really cool. The synapses of fire, and you'll start remembering. I know that's what I think is Skyrim is an endgame. I like Skyrim. I just think that it has its flaws. Most of the Skyrim faction quest lines are yeah. I think the Fighters Guild was interesting, but that was just because I'm biased. If you know, you know. Oblivion's Vegas Elder Scrolls, best Scrolls they've made. I think New Vegas is, oh my god, peak. It's also very buggy. For modding, download it, Painted World, gets it in for 1 month. No!
popular. And of course, all NPCs are now voiced.
Not bad.
Good to hear.
Goodbye.
There's even some celebrities in here.
Wait, what? Patrick? Oh, he was! Oh my god, Sean Bean? Oh my god, that's crazy.
However, this doesn't come without issues.
Sure.
There are over 1,000 NPCs in the game.
Sure.
And there are only around 10 voice actors between them.
Also, there were some lines, I believe, in Oblivion that were clearly the B-roll takes. They weren't the actual A-rolls. So
Naturally, you'll be hearing some of those voices a lot. One guy alone voices every single guard in the game, and a ton of other characters.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Yeah! Stop! You violated the law. I'm a guard, and I love my job. You run into trouble, come find me.
I love that they all sound exactly the same.
Players also notice some of the voice acting isn't amazing.
No.
Turns out, when recording the voice lines, Bethesda had opted not to go in order of conversations, characters, or even just chronologically, but to go through every voice actor's line alphabetically.
Oh. I didn't, I did not know this. That is, why? That actually, okay, you got it. I did not know that. That's new information for me. Why? Why? Okay, you got it.
Meaning voice actors had pretty much no idea what the actual context of their lines were.
Yeah.
Actors also just switch voices randomly halfway through dialogue.
Yep.
I could be banished for telling you.
Okay.
This is, okay, talk shit all you want. There's a part of this that is also very charming. Do you know what I mean? It's charming in like a silly, goofy way. Where, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something about this that's like, it makes me giggle a little bit. I like it, man.
Yeah, I'll show you.
And legitimate voice acting mistakes are just left in the game.
Yes! This is what I was talking about!
On the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard the thieves broke.
Fans had also.
Wait, don't even okay. What is this? Hold on, I got something very important document, chat. Oh, that's cute! Hold on, chat. I can't tell you what I'm watching right now, but you gotta trust me here. So wiggly. Chad, I can't tell you the secrets that I got on my DM. Just trust me. This is awesome. Zen is selling ass to strangers.
Alright, I'm gonna stop by Benji and give him some.
Somebody's addicted to my ass.
Papa, does Bethesda need new kitchen gun?
No.
New kitchen gun soon to come
that's
to
something new,
whatever
true.
the next Fallout will be.
Fair.
And for the adventurous new kitchen, Fat Daddy Mini New.
You were there, so yeah. Here, hold on. Let me see what's going on here, chat.
Charles is like, did you have two ass?
You got two ass? Sure
Zen
do.
selling
Go
her
get him, Zen.
Your ass seems to do weird things to our bodies.
We want extra long-lasting soil.
What the
Your ass
f
is
yeah, the best one they have.
How many?
What the f is going on here?
Yeah,
Alright,
that's fine.
Gotta go sell my ass.
Yeah, go give him your ass.
How many more baggies do we need?
Bro,
Yes.
this is why I hate VTubers, dude.
Tell me the drugs are named
This is
I'm
why
going to offload
VTubers are
the items that I
cringe.
just bought and that I jumped to my meter.
Am I right, gamers, or am I right? Haha.
More
Anyways,
Viagra. All over the show.
sell me ass, please. Thank you.
baggies
Hey, you.
And I will
Just
take
like
stiff
any other
lime.
game, then
I listen. I just listen.
Okay.
Got
That
my
way.
ass.
It is
What
for
the fuck
you
is happening?
only.
Thank you.
Why is she like this?
See you
Who
guys
built
in a
this thing?
bit.
Who built this robot?
See you then.
Who built this creature?
Thank you.
Hey, where are my baggies at?
Adios.
Right here.
Creature. Anyways.
Also noticed something new. A lot of features from the older games were missing.
Okay, well, like what?
What happened? Well,
what?
back during development, and Todd had looked at Morrowind. We made a great RPG here, boys.
You did?
A ton of freedom.
Sure.
How can we remove and streamline as much of it as possible?
Todd! Todd! This is the Todd we know. Give it up for Todd. Oh my god.
And they got to work. Morrowind's nuanced
Hey
storyline.
Papa, you were an open world role-playing game. What would your gameplay look like?
I don't know what that means. I'm over here dead inside Todd's choices.
Conflicting goals and intersecting quest lines between factions. Cool, but confusing.
Sure.
Too much choice. Make it far simpler and completely linear. Also, let's remove any skill requirements for advancing in factions. So now literally anyone can become the head of any faction.
I don't like that. You lose a little bit of the charm. John, how are you? You lose a little bit of the charm. I like voice lines, but I don't know. That's a lot of, I don't know. You lose a little of the charm for me.
You're playing a bare-knuckle barbarian who's never used a spell in his life. Excellent choice for the head of the Mages Guild.
That's the reason. You kind of lose a little bit of the...
It was pretty cool how we let the player kill anyone in Morrowind.
Yeah.
But too much room for error.
Sure.
Remove that feature and make a ton of NPCs invincible.
I think the Skyrim I think this should only apply to the main quest givers. That's it. I think for technicality reasons, only the main quest givers this should apply to. Everything else you should still be able to kill. You know what I mean? I think you should be able to kill the leader of the Thieves Guild or whatever. The main quest givers, I think you should be immortal. That's where I'm at. Skyrim probably is the beginning of the most important guy in the universe. Yeah, pretty much.
Morrowind's quests were pretty good, but there's way too much thinking involved.
Yeah.
Let's slap a compass on the bottom of the screen with a constant quest marker on top, so players can mindlessly follow it around for the entire game, with no option to turn it off. Scaled leveling. Let's bring it back.
Rewind time. It's rewind time.
Let's also bring back generic, procedural enemy spawns. And let's implement them so badly, all enemy spawns eventually become huge damage sponges that can take you out in a few hits unless you level efficiently.
Yeah.
It's apparently actually easier to complete the game at level 1 than any other level because the enemies get so OP.
Wow.
I do, as a problem, again, I never got so deep and down in the game where this became an issue for me, but I do acknowledge, you know what I mean? Like, I've never gotten so deep and nasty with the game that this is a problem for me. But that's also because I usually, back in the day, I would just do like the main quest and call it a day. You know what I mean?
Hits and you're down. It is evolving, just backwards.
Also, is that petty bandit donning Daedric armor and weapons? In Morrowind, the main way of fast traveling is paying for public transport that takes you from city to city.
Sure.
But for Oblivion, let's just add free fast travel from anywhere on the map.
It depends on who you want. Hi, Mr. Fat, how are you? It depends on who you want to talk to. Depends who you talk to. I don't hate that fast travel everywhere, but yeah, I'm like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, Daggerfall, you complete miss the entire quest line, but not talking to the right PC at the right time. That's a Daggerfall issue. This is more of like this is fine.
So you can go anywhere you've discovered at any point at no cost. Now,
that was fine.
Now let's remove a ton of skills. Dumb down spellcrafting.
Didn't like any of that.
And remove spears, throwing weapons, medium armor, and a ton of spells.
They added some of those things back later, but this is just for Oblivion chat. Yeah, I think fast travel, I think it was Skyrim that made it so fast travel was interrupted if there's some enemies nearby.
Perfect. And by this point, players are noticing a common theme here with Bethesda games.
What's that?
They had a certain charm to them, and Oblivion was no different.
That's what I was just saying, dude. That's what I was just saying, man. Just saying that, dude.
Despite Bethesda releasing a number of patches, a ton of bugs are still present. So modders just end up creating their own patch for the game.
Thank God for modders, by the way. Thank God for modders. Bugs all around. It's yeah.
Fixing bugs that Bethesda never did.
70,000 object placement errors. It just works. It just works. I don't know what to tell you guys. It just works. Make the mod
The
a
jank
CEO.
was expected, but players had noticed something new with Oblivion. There were some inconsistencies between what Todd had promised
These NPCs are not scripted.
and what players had actually purchased. See,
Sorry, I will always giggle at a Oblivion NPC freaking out. Sorry.
at E3, Todd had made some pretty big claims about their new
Yep,
Radiant
here we
AI.
go.
This new
16
AI would
times the
include full
detail.
schedules for every single NPC in the game and incredibly complex AI scripting, true NPC intelligence. Guards now patrol the cities and react to in-game events and your reputation. Regular NPCs even follow daily routines and eat, sleep, farm, work, and socialize at
Sound familiar yet, chat? Does this sound familiar to Bethesda yet? Are you guys catching on the drift?
specific times and in specific areas that now also have conversations not just with the player, but with each other.
Not a bad thing to... That's cool, but it's also kind of unattainable for the most part.
Todd and the team had even spent time and a ton of money having conversations in real life and spent hours modeling them for in-game adaptation. They come out incredibly lifelike.
I hate how Bethesda ruined freedom for being a fast disaster games. Kill the days you run around, shield top of armor, pierce leather, have major hood. Because Bethesda like stream everything with one full suit. Oh my god. That's true though. Hi, how are you? I've been good. How are you? We're learning about Bethesda.
Vampire hunter named Raymil Draelus made his way into town, snuck into his house and killed him.
Good day.
Good to see you.
Good day.
I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. I don't know you, and
Let's
I
hear
don't
it.
care to know you.
It's you.
I don't know you,
Hi.
and I don't care to know
What's
you.
this?
No matter what, I think we'd agree we all love a good Bethesda game for this reason. This is...
Almo has 2 AI packages commanding him to take 5 loaves of bread to the Two Sisters Lodge at 10
Sure.
a.m. and to the West Weld Inn at midday.
Sure.
But the packages never execute as he has no bread in his inventory.
Okay.
F bread is given to Salmo.
Sure.
Using the console, he will walk to one of the inns.
Take a bite of the bread and the game will crash. This is... it just works. I've been... what are we doing? We're watching a video today. I'm just kind of hanging out. And the game just works, chat. I don't care. I don't care to know. I don't know. I don't care to know. I don't know. I care to know. I don't know. I care to know.
About.
I don't know you, and I don't care.
But turns out, on release, the NPCs weren't quite as intelligent as Todd had let on.
Really?
Milos, hello. That NPC said the other NPC's name. That never happens.
So she's picked up a bow over here.
Wait, what?
She's decided she needs ammo, so she equips the quiver.
They never. NPCs never
And she
did
can
that.
practice her skills. So she's going to drink this potion. It's going to increase her marksman skill.
Dude, that's crazy cool. That was never in Oblivion. None of this made it into the game. The AI was so dumb.
It just works. I don't care. Listen, it just works. It's art. My boy Todd's at it again. 16 times the detail.
Bethesda would go on to claim the AI was too smart and had to be dumbed down.
Snow. We need
I
more
love this one. We need more snow.
snow.
Think the
Can't
fall-
have enough snow.
Indeed.
It's one of my favorite clips. It's one of my favorite ones. Indeed. Well, now I gotta fucking play this game, dude. I'm getting like, weirdly, all of this dumb shit's making me want to play Oblivion so bad.
Then, post-launch, Bethesda crank out a few expansions, like they did with Morrowind.
Sure.
They're highly rated. However, this time round, they're also selling small, downloadable item packs on the store.
It begins. It begins, Chad. Here's where it begins. That's right. The era of the DLC.
And the first of these, a $2.50.
There it is. That is the monster that created the gaming microtransaction hell that we live in now. Right there. If you want to know why we have battle passes, why we have paid cosmetics, why games are free to play but have a little bit of a power creep to them, right here. This is the people said, I will spend $250 on a horse armor. Right there. You can point to it. This is the moment that Todd Howard changed the gaming industry forever. There it is. This is history. This is history right here. The original sin. Eve eating the apple with Adam. This is the original sin. Right here. The guy, this is where every battle pass and every cosmetic skin, every league skin, every little voice pack skin, right here. God damn it, Todd Howard, you've done it again. Woo! Woo!
The piece of horse armor.
Oh, did my volume cut out? My headphone?
Bethesda had just
Why
released.
can't I hear about anything anymore? Uh-oh. Chat, help. Why am I not connected anymore? Help! I can't hear the video anymore. Help! I was clapping too hard. Help! Is it not playing? No! You guys can hear it, but I can't hear it. No! Why is this not working? What's going on here? What's going on here? It says I'm connected to my headphones. I'm at 30% battery. Do I have to plug in the other one? Was the clap too powerful? I think I just broke my headphones. Chat, help. This is my hill. Hold on. Headphones? Activate? Am I going to be deaf? Did I deserve this somehow? Hold on, chat. Maybe I have to, like, reconnect. Sorry.
Transactions.
Am I
Naturally,
bruised?
people aren't too happy.
How much horse armor?
Horse armor did you sell?
People will buy anything.
But regard.
Todd, you slime bitch! Uh-oh. Oh no, my ginger ale's leaking. Help! Todd Howard, you slime bitch. Sorry, I put my ginger ale in my cup. No, he's right. Like, people buy anything, so hey, Mutt Coin, I'm gonna throw you into the Mutt Ocean, you little freak. You cheeky dick waffle, dude. I mean, listen, chat, again, you can hate Todd all you want right now, but he's right. People will buy anything. He's 100% right. Like, dead ass.
Regardless, despite the complaints here and there, Todd's direction works wonders again.
Yep.
The game goes mainstream
Yep.
and does very well.
Again, it was a good game.
Selling over 2 million copies within the first few weeks.
Insane.
And becoming one of the fastest selling 360 titles at the time.
Yep.
Also,
insane.
Game of the Year again.
Todd Howard, you've done it again.
Nice one, boys.
Todd Howard, you son of a bitch. Fallout 3. I have a hot take. And I am ready to die on this hill. And if I get canceled on Twitter.com, I accept it for what it is. Fallout 3 was mid. I'm sorry. I'll say it. It was, they tried to change the top-down view of Fallout 1 and 2 for the 3D aesthetic. It was fun, had some interesting moments, but for the most part, it was mid, and I can point to exactly the reason why. The reason why is not what you think, okay? The storyline, subpar, right, whatever. The biggest reason I had, get me out of the goddamn subways. I know that was a convenient way to do, like, loading screens, but get me out of the motherfucking subways, dude. They're so tedious, and there's no adventure to them. It's just ghouls and ghouls, dude. Ghouls and ghouls and cockroaches and ghouls, dude. It was... Also, it's not really an RPG. It was just kind of like a shooting simulator. It was fine. It had some good moments, had some cool stuff, but I think Fallout New Vegas is objectively better. And then Fallout 4 is like... Another hot take. Another hot take. Another hot take.
More like never changes.
Like, thank you so much for the banana. Fallout 4 is better than 3 only because the gunplay is so fucking fun. The gunplay in 4 is actually really fun. That is the big reason it holds a play. And the base building is surprisingly fun too. And that's a big reason it holds. The story was dog shit. Let's not talk about the story of 4. A big reason why I liked 4 more was the gunplay was fun. The crafting building in 4 a lot. Yeah, same. It was very fun. I like the crafting a lot. I like building my own last pistol for nothing. New Visions are the best, and that's made by Obsidian 2 in a year. How they made Power Armor 4 was super fun. The Power Armor is really cool. The base building was fun. I enjoyed the armor, like the crafting and changing the armor, as well as the weapons. I think the perks can use some love, but for the most part, pretty fun.
Oblivion had taken 4 years and a ton of cash. So ZeniMax says, hey, we should probably get something else going here.
Sure.
And Todd and the boys make a list. They go through various genres, but eventually, one rises to the top. Nuclear post-apocalypse.
Well, they didn't...
What Todd really wants to do is a Fallout. But getting the rights to that IP, highly unlikely.
Dude, Fallout 1 and 2 was awesome. Just a freaking hard... Also, they're really hard. If you're not used to those games, they're really hard. My sister's Predator, yay! It's not yours? Oh. Well, you had me the first half.
So they work on concepts for a new IP they were calling Apocalypse Road.
Okay.
However, at Interplay, Fallout's
serious?
current rights holders and finances aren't looking great. It's so bad that it even been in talks to sell the series back to its original creators. Well, turns out someone at Bethesda knows someone at Interplay.
Sure.
And they'd managed to sneak in a bit themselves. And Todd and the boys managed to snag the whole franchise for around $6 million.
That is super worth. That's incredibly worth. Holy 6 mil? For that? That's super. Yeah. Pre-established universe, 6 mil for Fallout? Sure. That's a steal.
Not bad. And with a dev team now of around 75 people, they get to work.
Okay, here we go.
This time round, Todd has a bit of a task ahead of him.
Now what's that?
They're working with the same Gamebryo engine from Oblivion, meaning...
Ew. Oh my, ew. They were. I mean, Oblivion's fine, but when did Fallout 3 come out? That doesn't feel right. Fallout 3 release. 2008? And they're working with that old ass, oh my god. Jeez and peace. That's a...
They now have to turn the bones of a hack-and-slash fantasy game into a dense, urban, post-apocalyptic shooter. They're building gun combat from...
Hi, Louie. Hi, buddy. Come here. Oh, no? Hi, Louie. Hold on, my dog's here. Hi, buddy. Oh, did you have a good nap? Did you have a good nap? Oh, he's a good boy. Are you a good boy, Lou? Yes, you are. What a good boy. So to put on reason for the rest of your life, here's your starter. I don't know. I hope that helps. I don't know.
Scratch here, and on one of the jankiest engines out there.
Yes.
But after a few years, things start to come together.
Okay.
And the game's in the final stretch. So as is now customary, at E3 2007, Todd spawns on stage and runs us through the game.
We're ecstatic to show publicly for the first time here today Fallout 3 demoed live. Let's take a look.
Here we go. I'm ready. Show me.
Here we have
another issue I have with Fallout 3. Look at that. The color gray. Woo! Give it up for the color gray. No, just me? You guys didn't like the beautiful color grays and the heavy tones of the green filter? Just me? This is the other issue I had with Fallout 3, which is why I shook Mari. I'm like, listen, Fallout 3 is a game that you just kind of get through to kind of get an idea for the world and what you're getting into, etc. And then it actually helps you appreciate New Vegas so much more. That's what New Vegas 4 is so colored. Yeah. New Vegas has so much more beauty going on, where 3 is just the color gray and then the sewer. And I'm like, how tall is Todd Howard? I have no idea. It looks like they're running out of reshit over it. It's kind of like saying how badly they effed up their own lighting system. It's the only Fallout I enjoy playing. I mean, if people like 3, that's fine. I think 3 is a good game, but it's not the best of the Fallout series at all. And it's not close. And obviously I'm going to be I'm sorry, I'm an RPG first and foremost. I think New Vegas is peak. I love New Vegas. I think 4 is pretty fun. I think 76 is hot dog shit, and I'm sure it's better now. I don't care right now though. And then 3's it's fun. It's good. I mean, it's fun. It's enjoyable. New Vegas always holds. Yeah, New Vegas is just too well crafted. It has so many fun quests. It's so many fun quests and the environments, the NPCs, and the lore, and it's just a fun game, bro. It's just a fun game. Eat food right now. Eat food. Take them out. Eat food. Give me a coffee. Coffee and ibuprofen? No. I can't look at it a little bit.
One or the other.
I'll take coffee. I never get to have ibuprofen. It's not much better. Credit where it's due. I can't speak for that. I have not played 76 since whenever. It's not the main issue of no one playing that multiplayer or all that stuff. Yeah.
Have an
The Fall show did what the games annoyed me. The games I'm trying to read this. The games 3, New Vegas, and 4 showed the world of the bombs just dropped. The show actually shows some rebuilding and plants. Yeah, I think that's kind of fun. I liked it a lot. That takes place way after.
Someone at the company Googled post-apocalyptic and saw neon green nuclear rods and thought, hey, maybe if I add enough green filters, it gives a radioactive feel.
100% what happened. 76 is better. I mean, to each their own. I have not played 76. I played a little bit once. I didn't really like it. To each their own.
Broadcasting the word of the U.S. government.
I will fight to protect you. I'm your president of law and order. They're eating the cats.
They're eating the cats.
And on the 28th of October 2008, Fallout 3 comes out.
Just so gray. Just so gray.
Now, the first 2 Fallouts, generally considered 2 of the best RPGs ever made.
And they're just good. Like, I don't know if the gameplay is not for everybody, obviously. Hold on.
Now, the first 2...
Obviously, there's a little bit of a gameplay curve for some folks here. Totally understandable. Old graphics. It's more RPG-esque. But boy, howdy, are these games good. Like, I might just replay them on my own time. They're good games. They're hard. They're very, very hard, but they're good games. So, yeah, and they're way more punishing. And Frank Horrigan, do not F around, by the way. Best Fallout is 2. Best 3D Fallout is New Vegas. Fallout 3 is on 7, 8 to 10. Yeah, that's not a bad analysis. It's not a bad analysis, yeah. I think 2 was very good. It was a lot of fun.
2 Fallouts, generally considered 2 of the best RPGs.
1 was very good, obviously. You see, it's just a good game. Yep. We don't talk about tactics? No one talks about tactics. Nope.
Ever made. So the bar for Fallout 3, pretty high.
Yes.
But Bethesda delivers on a few points.
I was just saying.
First off, they'd nailed the look and tone.
Without the fucking filter, they do.
Fallout 3 carries the aesthetics of the first 2 games into 3D well.
Sure.
It was perfect. Bleak and gritty.
This, by the way, is when you remove a lot of the bullshit filters. This is not like this Pretty Little Time.
Retro futuristic.
Like that.
A dash of dark humor.
Yep.
And then that 2000s piss filter slapped on top.
That shit sucks. That shit. Look how much nicer. Hold on.
Games into 3D.
Look at this.
Well. It was perfect. Bleak and gritty. Retro futuristic. A dash of dark humor. And then that
Hold on.
2000s piss.
Pretty and colorful. A little gray, a little green.
Piss filter slapped on top.
One color.
Chef's kiss. The soundtrack, this time by new composer, Inonzer, a smash hit again.
True.
And if you're not a fan, just hit the new in-game radio.
Yeah! So this shit was peak. Senpai, for me, you shouldn't have, Todd. This shit was also peak.
And roam the post-apocalyptic wasteland.
3 Dog here. Hey, where are my 3 Dog enjoyers? Where are my 3 Dog enjoyers? Chat. Where are my 3 Dog enjoyers? Chat. Hey. Where are my 3 Dog here? Where are my 3 Dog enjoyers at? Where's my go? Put some respect on the name. Who? 3 Dog. The radio broadcaster in goddamn Fall 3.
And absolutely annihilating people to pleasant 40s jazz.
True.
The map has amazing environmental storytelling.
You'll find skeletons at the vault door, remains of people pleading and begging to be
This
let
is true. I agree with this.
in and saved from this approaching doom.
And some pretty interesting locations, like a vault filled with endless clones of a man named Gary.
Oh, it's the Gary Vault! Okay, I will agree. They had a lot of fun liberties with the vaults. And there are some memorable vaults. The Gary Vault especially is very, very fun. I like that one. Gary! Gary!
And the Republic of Dave.
I am Dave, President.
Did you guys ever vote for Dave? Did you guys ever vote for my boy Dave? During the elections? Who'd you guys vote for? You a Dave voter? I made Dave lose the vote. I don't know if ball people. That's fair. Look at my boy Dave.
Of the Republic of Dave. You will address me as Mr. President, or I will have you executed.
There's also slavery.
Mister, can you get us out of here?
There's also slavery. There was.
Thanks for nothing, ass.
Racism.
You know anything about the tower? Oh, really? You goddamn bigot.
Genocide.
Yep. Did you guys ever blow up Megaton? I never did. I couldn't do it.
And political undertones.
No! Not the political undertones! No, I never could do it. You did it once? I don't know, man. I feel like a dickbag. I like Megaton. I don't like the Sons of Adam, but I like Megaton a lot. So
Gameplay, not amazing.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Janky.
yeah, that's fair. Once it's a cutscene, then yeah, that's fair. I felt bad. That's fair. Yeah.
Floaty movement combined with awkward gunplay can make for some horrific shootouts. So Bethesda adapts the VAT system from the first 2 games.
Thank God. If you don't blow up, if you don't get Ghoul Moira, that's true. Take points. Got the fantasy racism and subtitle of the story. True. Even this is like, in fairness, the ghouls. Okay, listen. People turning to ghouls, and then like the rest of society dealing with that is an interesting storytelling. I don't hate that as like, this is not like futuristic fantasy racism. That actually makes sense. Like, there'd probably be a stigma against ghouls, especially with some of them go feral, right? Like, yeah, interesting. I don't want a regular Moira, let alone Ghoul Moira. True.
Meaning you can now pause the game, lock onto specific body parts, and blow people to pieces in cinematic slow motion.
Love it. Love
and
that.
The people love it.
Yep, I love that.
That's the good. Other aspects of Fallout 3, wild misses.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to guess story, because the story was mid. This story was dead ass mid. Story, overall look of the main city, and what do you guys think? Ending. Well, the ending I guess counts as a story. The ending was also giga mid. I'm going to say story. This look at the feel of city. By the way, I don't think. Listen, I don't. It's so weird that we just blew up the Enclave, huh? Isn't that weird? I feel like the Enclave should be a much bigger threat than they are, right? Like they feel very not the bad guys in Fallout 3. Like I feel like the Enclave should be a little more. I like the idea of the Enclave. I think it's interesting. The huge threat of Fallout 2, they feel very toned down. Yeah, that's the thing, man. The Enclave felt very nerfed in 3. I don't know.
Again,
Here we go.
the game reuses a ton of voice actors,
That's fair.
resulting in everyone sounding the exact same. One of your companions even has the same exact voice as every raider in the game.
Confusing.
The combat AI sucks. They have no concept of cover, so they'll just strafe left and right and beeline straight towards you.
That is true. Are you about a dog or you a furry? Don't worry, just a dog. No, I don't believe in furries. Furries? Who've ever heard of those? Brotherhood also feels, so the Brotherhood of Steel's whole shtick is every region is different. Every chapter is different, right? So the West Coast Brotherhood operates differently than the East Coast, as we saw in Fallout between
Shut up, dear furry.
3, right? So 3, the East Coast chapter was way more like, you know, protect the people, yada, 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 right? The West Coast chapter was, we're going to become, we're like an offsect from like, this is from New Vegas, where we're going to hide in a bunker and hoard technology. then Fallout 4's Brother Steel is like, we're going to hoard technology, but also we're going to burn this place to the goddamn ground. There's like different, like, they're all isolationist techno hoarders, but there's a different flavor per whichever one. The Lion's Shadow is the most open. Yeah, if I had to follow, Alex, if I had to follow the Brotherhood of Steel, it would be Lion's Chapter, because they're way more like for the people. I think they were still like racist towards the ghouls, right? I don't remember for 3. They were still more racist to ghouls, but they were still like kind of chill, right? The Shiver 3 to 4 is like an unexplained unedited pivot. I guess the storyline you'd have to, I don't know, man. Maybe it's like, maybe since the hot guy, the trench coat took over. Oh, I forget his name. Maxwell took over. Maybe like the Institute made him freak out. I don't know, man. Fallout 4, they just felt like super racist. Like they just hated everybody in the Commonwealth. I don't know, man. They felt really weird. They just regressed to their more traditional culture because it took them back to Outcast. Got it. Okay. Maxon, thank you. Yeah, Maxon was in Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 as a kid. Yes, that was Maxon, the same Maxon. Yes. Who's now the Elder, and I think I killed him like twice because he has a cool jacket. He had a cool, I don't know, sue me. He's a cool jacket, sue me.
And of course, the usual Bethesda jank. Game breaking, quest breaking, file corrupting bugs, crashes, horrific performance on PS3, and the realistic ragdolls return.
I could not play this game on Steam for like 6 years because it was unplayable. Literally crashed on start, unplayable. I'm not even kidding. He's direct descendant of the original head of the Brotherhood. Yes.
There's also no field of view slider on PC, even though you can easily change it via console commands.
Oh, I know that.
Again, the RPG elements. Where
So shit, bro. So shit. Fallout is there's expect to immediate get blown up. Lion's Pride of Nova Vegas, Sandy Shades all blowing up. Yeah, like also, hey, Shady Sands blowing up is kind of crazy, right? The game crashed every time I left the vault when I played Fallout 3. I never even got to the vault, bro. My shit just crashed. It was crazy.
are they? Some elements from the originals have come back.
Oh, like what?
Drug addiction, the special system.
Welcome in, Raiders! Hi, Nyla! Welcome in, Raiders! And now that it was over 5 months, hello, how are you now? How's your stream? Hello. Hi. You four gang Nyla's here. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're watching the Fallout, or the Bethesda's Worse Than You Thought video. Hi, everybody.
Perks,
Hi.
skills, and speech options. But even then, some of them are gimmicked. For starters,
Hi,
speech. The dialogue in Elder Scrolls games basically amounted to running up to someone and just shouting rumors at them.
Yeah. And you're going to feel this a lot more if you ever play Fallout 3 into Fallout New Vegas. The speech in New Vegas is actually worth something.
But this wouldn't cut it.
You crashed out? Wait, what?
Which had tons of choice and consequences in dialogue.
Yes.
And in Fallout 3, it's much worse. Fallout's original speech checks are subtle. The game doesn't actually show you speech options you haven't
I love this, by the way.
unlocked, and doesn't even tell you when it is a unique option.
Love it. Love how they do that. Love it. That's awesome. I love that. Because that way you don't feel pressure to do the right option, right? You still do what you think would be right. Were you trying to pickle? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You need to actually read and think about what you pick. In Fallout 3, even if your speech isn't high enough, the system works on percentages.
Yeah, it's weird. So this is also done in New Vegas as well, but I don't like that, man. Trying to depend a little bit on Popeyes. I have no idea what you're talking about, big dog.
So either way, you still have a chance to succeed. Doesn't work the first time, just reload the game till it does. In 1 and 2, dialogue choices could make a major difference in the way things panned out.
Correct.
And would also often vary.
Anya! Stop it. New Vegas skill checks were a threshold system, not a random choice. Yes, you had to make a certain threshold to make it happen. Okay, here we go. Sorry.
Based on specific skills, special attributes, or traits.
Yes.
But for 3, Todd just said nah. Let's stick with just speech. And a handful of instances with very select perks.
I feel like speech in 3 didn't do shit. I feel like I wasted my speech. If I replayed New Vegas, I would 100% expect a speech again. But this one,
Speech options in 3 are also far less consequential.
Yep.
The first 2 Fallout games were very involved, in-depth RPGs with branching storylines, open-ended quests, and a ton of skill checks.
Yes.
Also, a ton of impactful decisions that shape the world around the player.
You could beat 1 and 2 from just talking. That's just to tell you all you got to say, you know what I'm saying?
And contributed to a ton of different endings. But, like for Oblivion, the quests in Fallout 3, very linear. You're on a fixed path for pretty much the whole game, and most quests have one outcome.
Yep.
And that one outcome normally involves this.
Yeah, that's another issue I had. It's just you always wind up killing. Why is Todd obsessed with dialogue elements? He wants to feel like people are talking to him directly. I just wish, I don't know, man. Actually, the fight Frankie did it too. Yeah, and Frank Horgan does not fit around. You cannot talk your way to Frank. Frank just says like, whatever, it's time to go. And it's like, okay, well, give me, I guess. The game from Black Ops Studios, like that was Arcana, which really convinced the big bad to kill himself.
Most games also allowed you to kill everyone in the game.
Yes.
Here, 1/3 of the characters are now unkillable.
Yep.
Before, you'd work to piece together breadcrumbs of information from NPCs, work out where to go and what to do, and the world and quests would open up organically from there.
And it felt right. It felt very, very good.
But in Fallout 3, again, they slap a quest marker on your screen, and you end up just following that for the rest of.
I don't hate quest markers, but they'd start to feel lazy after a while. Like, you could tell, like, it's not as in-depth. Bethesda games have slowly lost all the things that made them good over time. Suddenly start to feel as a prime example. I'm not even kidding, Wolfen. Wolfen, were you here at the beginning of this video? Were you here at the beginning? I literally forgot Starfield was a game. I mentioned Starfield's most recent game. I dead ass forgot it was a real game. I'm not kidding.
The game is also.
You want me to kill the Athers? Kill
in
Athers?
1 and 2,
why would I do that? That's
resources were scarce, and you had to plan accordingly. But not here. There are weapons and armor laying about everywhere, and it's not long before you're absolutely loaded with caps and ammo, and constantly over encumbered. Bethesda adds enemy scaling again, meaning everyone on the map is roughly the same level as you.
And you never really, this one, and this is where Robotic and I agree. I didn't feel this in Oblivion, weirdly, but I felt it quite a bit in Fallout 3. I don't know why.
Both Fallout 1 and 2, and Oblivion and Morrowind, had joinable factions. But for Fallout 3, nah, leave it out. Can't join them, and there's not even a reputation system for them. Instead, they'd just added the karma system from Fallout 2.
But it's not even like a worthwhile system in 3. I don't even remember what the karma system was for. That ass. I don't remember it being that important in 3. Am I tripping?
And this is a bit flawed.
Am I tripping?
Did you just steal a shoe?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Huh? Me?
Nothing.
Just hanging around.
Well,
yeah, I don't remember any part of karma being important.
The whole town is now coming to murder you. As a result of all of this, Fallout is essentially no longer an RPG.
No, it's not.
It's an action RPG with bad action.
It's just a railroaded RPG. Like, I don't remember any choice I made in Fallout 3 that was particularly game-changing. That makes sense. Like, nothing really changed the game.
Also, by this point, key writers and designers dating back to Morrowind had begun to leave the company.
Fair.
Not good. So Todd sniffs around for replacements, and eventually, he lands on a bloke called Emil Paliarulo.
Okay.
The guy who wrote Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood questline.
Ooh, okay. Here we go. 3 is a game where you literally miss nothing important story-wise. You don't play and other games. I think everyone can try Fallout 3, but if you don't want to play it and just want to watch a video about it, it's one of those games to me. Like, I think it's all right.
He's now head writer and designer.
Okay.
Sweet. The Dark Brotherhood questline was really good.
It was.
So that's a good choice.
Sure.
One problem.
What?
This guy's actually not great. And now he's no longer working on individual quests. More like the whole overarching story, character arcs, themes, choices, and consequences for the entire game.
And he wrote, all he could come up with was, your dad's missing? Oh. I do agree. I do like walking around the Fallout universe. That is fun. That is good. But yeah.
As a result, Fallout 3's story and quest design, very underwhelming.
Yes.
The entire main quest consists of just following the trail of your dad out in the wasteland, and then being bossed around by other people.
The coolest part of the quest was when you were stuck in the virtual world. That is the only memorable part of finding your dad. Deadass. That is the only good part I can think of the entire quest line. The virtual world was deadass the only best part. The rest was just subpar at best. True Critical Lane was the best part of Fallout 3. That shit was actually really cool. Everything else was like giga mid.
It's completely linear, with only a couple of choices determined by a single press of a button right at the end. There aren't no choices in the game. See, Emil actually has a very big overarching question. Do you want to be extremely good or cartoonishly bad?
That's deep.
Because those are your only choices.
Yep.
In 1 and 2, choices are generally nuanced. There are
are
pros and cons to each option. But here,
sure.
No. Here, you can absolutely annihilate this entire town with a nuke for basically no reason.
Literally no reason. You can get paid to do it by the one guy, but like, it's more or less no reason.
Not do that. A very real moral dilemma.
Or not do that is crazy.
The characters are bland, and the writing is generally
Oh yeah, this guy.
pretty terrible.
Ghouls living here? You're serious?
This was literally also a dumb quest line. You just tell him like, hey, this quest line is, can ghouls live here? Okay, what's up? Thank you for the biddies, by the way. Thank you.
PapaMutt is talking about Fallout, but I'm just falling for you.
Thank you. Literally, Tenpenny's whole line is, his whole thing is dead ass. For ghouls live in my tower? That's gross. Oh, you convinced me? What do the other residents have to say? Oh, they were convinced? Okay. And then I kill him anyway to complete another quest for his bounty. So whatever. Also, ghouls will kill everyone if they are allowed to live in the tower. They don't. They're just people.
This is some dialogue from what's supposed to be the dramatic climax of the game.
They do whatever you want. No, if you let the ghoul... No. Oh, in the epilogue? Oh, wait, really? I don't remember that. I might be tripping.
There's no need for more violence. Then you will immediately hand over all materials related to this project. Run.
Daddy, no!
Run.
No, Papa! Papa,
What
no!
is he doing in there?
I love that shit. What's she doing in there? What's she doing in there? You know the ghouls in? I never let the bad ghouls in, not the feral ones. I convinced Tenpenny to let the normal, not evil ghouls in. Do you know what I mean? If you kill Tenpenny and take it over, let the ghouls in, then yeah, I didn't know that.
End up nuking that whole town, killing everyone there for absolutely no reason. This is your dad's response.
Honestly, I have a hard time believing you. I raised you to be better than that. Better than the wastes. We'll talk more about this later.
At the end of the game.
That's all he says for you nuking a town? I'm disappointed in you, son. That they're grounded? Dude. Oh, I'm losing it.
The story's supposed to culminate in the player sacrificing themselves in a chamber of radiation to save the wasteland.
I just used the mutant.
Hold on. I have a radiation resistant
I just make him do it.
super mutant right next to me.
Yep.
He can go in, save everyone, and then no one has to die.
I'm sorry. My companion, but no.
People complain, and writers eventually give in. Spitefully adding this ending in with a paid DLC.
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101.
Just make him do it.
The child refused to follow the father's selfless example.
Why would he? There's no reason. You haven't. There's literally no reason. They literally told you you suck. Yes, they use a bad ending for using the radiation resistant mutant. Correct.
The DLC also revives the player, making the whole point of the end of the game redundant. Also, fun fact about this DLC.
Yeah.
The intro features a moving train sequence, But because the Gamebryo engine is so crusty, encoding in a moving train would have taken a while.
Yep.
The train is actually a piece of armor the player equips right before the cutscene.
It's true. The train hat. It's really funny.
Anyway, the original Fallout games had a ton of different endings based on your actions.
Super cool.
Here, Todd Howard had claimed an insane 200 endings for the game.
Addison, how are you? No, that's not what happens here, chat. Spoiler. I know you guys already know, but that's not what happens.
Everything gets a bit big, so as of last week, we're over 200 endings. That is not an exaggeration.
What's good? Yeah, where are the endings?
Fallout 3 had 2 endings. Regardless, the game does amazingly. First week sales of around 5 million. $300 million generated instantly.
You've got mail.
And despite the consistent dumbing down and streamlining of their games, Todd does it again.
Chad, he did it again. He can't keep getting away with this. It just works. He did it, that son of a bitch.
It wins Best RPG at the Game Awards, and a ton of Game of the Year awards at other places.
Does it?
Todd Howard is now 3 for 3.
I would argue if there was any other game that came out that was decent against Fallout 3, it would have been better. Skyrim. All right. Here we go.
The year is now 2010.
Here we go.
Bethesda Game Studios is a team of around 100 people, and they're riding high.
Yes.
Both Oblivion and Fallout 3,
It's time.
big wins.
It's time for the
Todd had found himself a golden formula here, and he wasn't changing it anytime soon.
Modern bug fit feature. Modders will fix it. It just works. That's awesome.
Now, it had been about 4 years since Oblivion, so the hype for the next Elder Scrolls, quite high.
It's true.
E3 2010. Todd
Imagine how we feel now.
emerges on stage through a sea of vape mist. He weaves between a
What
group
do you
of bald
call a
men.
gaming gorilla at the beach?
What's that?
Donkey thong.
Good one.
What do you call a brotherhood of steel knight at a date?
What's that?
A falling out.
Nah, I like the last one better. That's funnier.
And in robes, while epic chanting music plays. This Todd seems different. He's sporting a slick brown leather jacket.
I love leather.
On his face, a sly smirk.
He's so sexy, Chad. He knows he's just a sexy little guy.
Gone was the quiet confidence. Now, he's glowing.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
Elder Scrolls 5 is about to be revealed. Wow.
It actually is, again, super hype.
They go on a marketing frenzy.
Whatever you say, Mr. Billboard.
A ton of television ads, expensive live trailers, and stuff like this.
Dude, cool! Super cool!
In promotional material, Todd is getting increasingly unhinged.
When you walk into town, we can have it look for someone with a child. We can have that child kidnapped.
Is that real? That is, bro, what is he waffling about?
And put in a dungeon nearby.
Forget the dungeon, children.
That would have been badass.
The game looks fantastic.
The game does look awesome.
And it's launching soon.
And also,
People
you're slaying dragons? What's cooler than that, dude?
are very hyped. And on the 11th of the 11th, 2011, it's go time.
It's go time.
For starters, the art direction here.
I don't care if you're a furry or not. If you saw this in your game, bro, you're playing the game.
Incredible. Enemies, armor, weapons, and the huge snowy vistas in this game all look fantastic.
Now hear me out. Listen,
And as is
I will
expected,
hear every one of you out. I don't care if you're a furry or not, dude. I will hear all of you out.
at this point, Jeremy Soul's soundtrack, perfection.
Oh, the soundtrack for Skyrim. Art, it's a fine wine, dude. God damn, those somber notes, bro.
They even wrote a whole language for the game. And the main theme is written in both that and English, with identical meanings and rhymes in both.
I didn't know that's badass! What? That's so cool! Hello?
The best feature for Skyrim was a mod in Skyrim VR when you can yeet a child.
Awesome.
But I think I'm getting ahead of Big Boss.
You might be getting ahead of Big Boss.
Factions are back, and this time you can actually join them again.
Yes!
There's also a massive civil war going on, and you can only pick one side.
I liked this. I like factions. Give me more of these!
Choice. And there's genuinely compelling arguments on both sides. Nuance.
Yep.
What was going on? However, this is just a side quest.
What was going on? What's happening
Does
here?
anyone remember to mod for Oblivion? That would let you order an IRL Domino's pizza.
That's awesome. I don't know what they're talking about. That's so sick. I never knew how much stuff Todd promised, and it sounds like someone ordered Peter Money on Wish. I know.
And as a result, not a massive amount of time and effort went into it. It's generally considered a bit rushed and lacking in depth. Also,
I suggest if you want to really experience the Nord Imperial Civil War, you should download the mods that create like actual battles and like roving patrols and entire units moving, like they make huge cuts and like battles and shit, and that will help it feel like a real war's happening rather than just like the occasional like two guys fight. It's a lot. You add more forts, more fort fights, like siege weapons and shit. The mods make it feel like a real war.
First on Todd's agenda with this game, the engine. At this point, Gamebryo had gotten a bit of a subpar reputation, quite outdated, with notable jank. Okay, let's actually bring this thing into the 21st century, boys.
Sure.
And they've gotten to work on building and improving it.
Yeah.
They slapped the name The Creation Engine on.
Oh, beautiful. Look at her. Look at that. The beautiful as the day I left her, chat.
And hoped for a clean slate.
Yep.
Despite the upgrades and rebranding, and this wasn't fooling anyone. The engine is still crusty, and as a result of its limitations, this is what a massive, countrywide civil war looks like in Skyrim. Also,
again, if you want to experience Skyrim at its peak, you should 100% download all of the mods to make the Civil War feel good. Mod the shit out of it. Like Robotic said, mod it till it breaks, dude. Don't play vanilla Skyrim. Put every mod in that bitch. You will, I'm talking, like, you can get it so pretty and so smooth, and you'll honestly, this is still Novium. I don't know what Novium is, and I already agree with you. That's how much I just believe in the mod folks.
the jank in Ragdolls, still incredible. The map, not massive, but very dense, and a lot of fun to explore.
The map was good. The map was good. SOS is mandatory. Which one was SOS? Oh, hi, Sel, how are you? Which one was SOS? The map was good. The map was good for what it needed to be. I think the map size was fine. Schlongs of Skyrim, that's... that also does... Yes, true. You gotta get schlongs, dude.
The graphics, not as groundbreaking as Oblivion, but pretty decent.
Yeah.
This time, the new engine allows dynamic lighting and shadows, better physics in Ragdolls, and an improved animation system.
Yes.
And NPCs no longer look like melted cheese. Gameplay-wise, enemy scaling is still here, but much better. This time, it has minimum and maximum levels depending.
Which I think is good, because, and this is the part where I do agree with you guys, there should be a certain level where bandits pose no threat to me. Full stop. This system's a lot better because I do agree in this case. Like Robotic said for Oblivion, they should not be rolling up in Daedric armor. I think that there should be a certain time where I shouldn't get one shot by bandits.
On location, so nothing is too hard or too easy. Better combat with smoother animations, cinematic kill moves,
I agree,
and improved magic casting.
Yeah, okay.
Dual wielding,
What?
dragons, pretty cool.
Really cool.
And that awkward dialogue zoom from Oblivion, finally gone.
Sorry, even Oblivion memes still get me. I'm sorry. I'll always giggle at Oblivion memes.
One of the things you've solved is the old crap zoom into characters' faces when they start talking to you.
Solved as in took it out. Yeah, solved.
Some elements of the AI are also improved.
Go on.
The NPC's line of sight now comes directly out of their eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
just like real life. This also means you can now pick up a bucket, slap it on someone.
Yeah, okay, but that's actually funny. This is the kind of the Bethesda shit I like. The oversight. They would never think to do this. I like this. This is funny and goofy and charming. I like this.
Head and blind them completely. Realism. They'll also now search for you if you're using stealth.
Yes.
However, the AI here, not amazing.
Yeah, this is, there's, again, mods to fix this.
Just launched a massive fireball and wiped out half a group of bandits from behind a tiny rock. They'll conduct a massive manhunt for you.
Yeah.
And then forget about everything in about 15 seconds.
Mods. Just mods. Like, trust me. There's better search mods, improved AI mods.
To bend the wind.
Immersive indeed.
Hey, watch it. Need something?
Need something?
I'm going to find whoever did this.
However, in a few cases, Oblivion's AI is actually better. Turns out, this time round, Todd's groundbreaking and immersive Radiant AI had been dialed back a bit. The NPCs in Skyrim now rarely, if ever, actually talk to each other.
That's true. Again, mods. Every problem for Skyrim can be fixed with mods, I promise you.
Outside of a few scripted moments.
Skibidi was fine until you rizzed along. Simpire was chill AF.
They also love talking over each other.
I'm always interrupting people.
Also, again, a ton of NPCs here are essential.
Ma'am, please die! Die! Die, grandmother! Oh, she's essential. Are you serious?
I stand by it. The only essential NPCs should be the main story quest. That is it. That is it. Not every quest giver. I mean, that is peak freedom. Railroad, just the main story quest. That's it. MSQ, that's it.
Serious?
Todd's formula for game design was simple. Simplification. What can we cut? Streamline, trim the fat, and make this meat lean.
Sure.
And this didn't change for Skyrim. And the first thing on the chopping block? The character system. Attributes? Don't need them, mate. And in Skyrim, they're completely gone. Instead, players just choose to improve either health, stamina, or magicka on level.
Disagree. Don't like that. Disagree. Never like this. I don't think that I should. Like, what are we doing? That is too simple, bro.
Classes and birth signs? Don't need them either. Skills? We didn't remove enough last time. Acrobatics, athletics, hand-to-hand, and more? In that bin now. Now let's...
Again, mods, but that should have been the base game, bro. That should have been the base game, brother. Come on.
Let's add a perk system, but no need to get too creative.
I know!
If you can't think of something cool, number go up will work just fine.
Yeah, it's just such a boring... It's so boring. It's just boring. Look at that. Look! 200 up and a creep at 10%. Whoa. It's so boring. Ugh. No hover on the map, I know.
And they were finished. All of this results in no strategy to character creation and leveling, and different characters and playthroughs that feel very samey. The armor.
This is where the meme came from that everyone becomes a stealth archer towards the end, because they do. Because the game just doesn't have enough variety, dude. That's what it is.
In Oblivion, it's a bit more involved.
Yep.
It was split into helmet, greaves, cuirass, gauntlets, and boots.
Too complicated.
Alongside a clothing and robe layer. However, all of this was far too confusing. So Todd decides to dumb it down. The greaves and cuirass, combine them. The clothing and robe layer can go entirely. Also, armor and weapons in Oblivion would get damaged over time.
Agreed.
With the player either having to pay for repairs or repairing them themselves with the armorer's skill.
Sure.
But in Skyrim, no more. They also remove staffs, ability enchantments.
This is the case of like... It's just they're trying to say like less is more here. But now they've made it so... Because they don't want to like make it too hard for the layman, the average person to enjoy. they've stripped out all the quote-unquote hard stuff, right? And now it's way easier to get into, but there's not any meat there anymore. It's just less and less and less and less and less.
NPC dialogue disposition, and the entire spellcrafting system gone without a trace.
Spellcrafting.
The writing. Emil Paliarulo is
going down. You see it in, look at World of Warcraft as a prime example. Look at when World of Warcraft released, their talent system, and then look at them now. It is the same dumbing down. It's just, there's nothing wrong inherently with dumbing down a game for a wider audience. But if you keep doing it, you'll have nothing left. You'll have a generic ass, like, walkthrough, and all you can do with level is your stamina, magicka, and health. Like, who gives a shit? Give me an actual game to play, brother.
Writer again.
I'm not saying making Path to Exile 2, I'm saying just make the game playable.
And as a result, things are not great. The main quest, dragons bad, and they're...
Yeah, that's it. By the way, that's literally it. You've not played this game somehow, chat? That's it.
Back. A grave existential threat.
By my calculations, we have 5 years until the world ends. Fix it! Now!
But other than right at the start of the game, and then a bit later on at a small tower, the dragons don't really actually bother anyone.
Yeah.
In the
you don't actually see the evil death dragon until the end.
main quest line, 90% of the time you're either clearing a dungeon, fighting a dragon, or searching for a powerful word. Side quests are a massive downgrade. In Oblivion, there are murder mysteries, paintings you can enter, dreams, and so on.
Skyrim, it's you go to a cave and get a thing from a bandit. I still trying to get this game to broke so badly that enemies no longer target me and I was gonna kill them. That's ridiculous.
Not so much. Some good stuff here and there, but they're few and far between. A ton of them basically being fetch this or that guy. NPCs in Oblivion acknowledge your actions as you progress. You just helped save a town down the road. Fair play, mate. Let me get you a pint.
Sure.
In Skyrim, just saved the planet from world-ending dragons.
I'll do this all day.
Yeah, alright, mate. No one asked. Also, you're fighting in a massive civil war, and the main difference in outcome is the guards looking slightly different.
I don't know. I can't get nothing to add, dude. He's saying everything I'm thinking. Brother is saying, I have nothing to add here. He's just pointing out all the problems I have with Skyrim. That's why, if you're gonna play this game, mod the shit out of it. That's it. Like, on God.
Oh, they all kind of look the same.
You just slaughtered the whole continent's emperor.
Yep.
It makes literally no difference at all.
That's another thing, dude. One of the Brotherhood's quests is to kill the Emperor. You do, and then okay, you never hear about it again. You never hear any repercussions. You just killed the Emperor. Cool.
Nobody cares.
Add some boring dialogue, bland characters with no personality.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
Do you get the Cloud District very often?
What am I saying? Of course you don't.
And Emil called it a day.
I'm done. That's it. I'm out.
Then there's the general issues of the game. In Morrowind and Oblivion.
The Emperor being assassin kicks off Oblivion and it's hugely consequential, but Skyrim doesn't matter. Yes. Literally does not matter at all.
Actions are scattered across the map and in different cities. Here, they're isolated to one city each. Quest markers are back again, and are now even more prominent on screen. However, this time you can actually turn them off. Nice. But here's the thing.
Again.
Due to the game's butchered journaling system, it's almost impossible for you to actually work out what to do or where to go without them.
There's mods that make this easier. I'll keep saying it, dude. Mods that make it easier. It's just, you can't play without them. Because if you play without them, they would say to go like, Far Crith Crave, and that's all you get in the dialogue, and you don't know what that is. That's it. In other games, you're like, Far Crith Crave, north of Whiterun, east of whatever, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, I can track that down. In this game, it's like, you have to go to the cave. It's like, okay. Like, I think they should sit down for Elder Scrolls 6. For each Elder Scrolls game, get the best things out of all of them and make the game out of that. Easy. Just do that. You've had 10 years.
Making this option completely pointless.
At
this point, even Bethesda could no longer ignore the bugs. So for Skyrim, they dedicated a whole team pre-launch to hunting them down.
Crazy.
It worked perfectly.
The Giants! Oh, Bethesda.
Skyrim came out in late 2011. This is also around the time YouTube begins to explode in popularity.
Oh no, the base game is slightly hard and outdated. Mods exist, please use them. I don't even think that the game per se is outdated. I just think the game is, like, the baseline for the game is good. The game is fine. The baseline is good. I just think that mods make it better. I don't know, man. Mods make it better. It's one of those times where the community just really ramp. Like, I don't know any other game that's more modded than fucking Skyrim. This game has 1 million mods, and for a good reason. This is a really cool universe, really cool game. They just didn't have enough, you know what I'm saying? Enough juice.
And now bug compilations are popping up, and that famous Bethesda charm is being broadcast worldwide. Some bugs more charming than others. But it's alright. Bethesda kick back and relax. Because at this point, they know fans will patch the game for them.
God, that's actually true. PapaMutt, Lethal Company, what is that? Oh yeah, me. There are mods that transform Skyrim into a different game. Yes. Modders enhancing the game bare bones. Correct. They're adding, you know, some peas and carrots to the soup. A little spice. It's good. And more how the mods are horny. Hey, if that's what people want to do with their free time, pop off.
And modders churn out the unofficial patch within a few months. And for the third time in a row, some things Todd had claimed about his new game pre-launch, debatable.
I don't deserve this kind of shabby treatment.
See, they'd already perfected Radiant AI, so Todd decided on a new thing to show off, Radiant Quests.
What is that?
And Skyrim would feature an infinite amount of them, he tells us.
Wait,
we'd never run out of things to do. And he's not actually wrong.
Oh!
It's probably a total waste of my time.
Like the bounties and shit?
However, he also mentions Radiant Story.
Right, so we have this new piece of tech.
So now this package the mods, making the graphics almost feel real. Add content, a ton of quality lifestyle, making the game easy to install for a single installer. And you have to deal with fixing mods for 10 hours. Oh my god, I might have to do that actually. It sounds awesome. That sounds crazy.
Radiant Story.
This would be a system where these Radiant quests would be dynamically generated based on the unique factors of your playthrough.
What?
Places you've discovered, quests you've completed, and previous interactions. Spend a lot of time with a particular NPC, they'll probably hire you for a hit. Or
what?
Or you'll be hired to hit them. Todd tells us this system will also lead to strange random encounters. Just dropped a sword in the middle of a pub. Chances are, 2 guys are getting into a scrap over it. What? He tells us.
Questions?
Good.
I mean, that sounds badass, but that did not happen.
A particular skill, a random man may even come up to you and ask for training for it.
What?
Or challenge you to a duel.
Training, eh? The real question is...
That sounds badass, man!
None of this ever happened.
So that was a f***ing lie.
That was a lie.
What we get instead is an endless wave of generic, procedurally generated cookie cutter quests that
the go hunt, do this, go hunt, do this, go hunt, do this.
Spawn basic, nameless NPCs into the game to kill or steal from. Fantastic. Also,
logs and trees and all the way up to distant mountains, and if you've played our previous stuff, you know that mountain is not just a backdrop. You can walk all the way to the top of that mountain.
What?
True, but elusive. Half the mountains in this game have nothing of interest.
Correct.
Well, this sucks.
And there's no actual system to climb them. You'll have to stanky leg your way up a metric ton.
Use the horse. Will the bandits get out of crime? True. I can use a horse. Just use the horse. Just use the horse, chat.
Ragged rocks, due to them not having actual
Hi, Jane!
Stanky leg, push. Stanky leg, push.
Also, Todd definitely mentioned a working economy system.
We have a working economy that you can either do, you can actually sabotage this wood mill if you want.
What? This is cool shit, Todd. But why is Todd doing a No Man's Sky with the lying right now, dude? I'm saying my flute. No, I'm sending much love. How are you doing? Good. We don't have that IRL. Okay, what's the most mods possible at the same time? Can someone theoretically mod Skyrim and tell you can a Fallout game or vice versa? I'm sure there's a way to do something similar or something crazy. There's a mod for Fallout 4 that makes it so you can seamlessly go to all of the Fallout games, I believe. Fallout 4 or 3, I forget which one it is. But yeah, modders are crazy.
So am I going to be able to participate in that economy?
Slightly. It's kind of,
A little bit.
Naturally, On launch, people want to see this groundbreaking mechanic in action.
I do.
So they try to decimate the local economy by attacking the local sawmill.
Right.
Nothing happens because this feature never existed in the game in any form.
Why is he just lying?
The modding scene for Skyrim.
Oh yeah, Tale of Two Wastelands. You're right. Sorry. Again, I don't know 100%.
Absolutely massive. Immersion mods, quest mods, survival mods,
Awesome.
graphics mods, other mods.
I love modders.
Todd and the boys see this and start brainstorming.
No way.
And a few years after release, Bethesda unveils their brand new idea. Paid mods on the Steam Workshop.
Wait, paid mods?
They tell us it's to financially compensate modders, but then it comes out that mod creators receive just 25% of the revenue here.
Todd Howard, he did it again!
Valve get 30%, and then 40% kicked up to the big guy. Also, due to the complete lack of moderation, the majority of mods on here, amazing. A ton are plagiarized from the Nexus, and even from the same Steam Workshop. Naturally, the whole thing is incredibly unpopular, and Bethesda and Valve are forced to backpedal.
Stupid. People saw, yeah, exactly.
Despite the consistent dumbing down, removal of features, roleplay regression, terrible writing, relentless jank, and honeyed words from Todd. Again, the game does insanely well.
Yeah, it's... there was not a single person I knew that wasn't playing this game when it dropped, dude. Everyone played this game when it dropped.
Within 2 days, it sells 3 million copies.
2 days?
A week, 7 million. A month, 10 million.
Yep.
Over $500 million in the bank. And Bethesda Game Studios is now an institution.
Yep.
Skyrim, a cultural icon.
It's true. Skyrim, it hit the mainstream, man. It hit the mainstream.
To many, now the face of the open world RPG. Todd's 4th major game and his 5th Game of the Year award.
Wait,
thank you so much.
But there's gotta be more, because there's so much Bethesda left untouched. Wait, no! Let's talk about... What?
Everybody at Spike TV, everybody who supported this game,
we
the
didn't
whole
touch
team at Bethesda
Starfield.
Game Studios, we've poured ourselves
into
into
part
this.
2?
At this point, the man just couldn't miss. God Howard, people even say.
Sure.
Todd is now 4 for 4. A literal god.
Sure.
He could do no wrong.
Oh, please. No! We have to wait for the part 2! You son of a bitch! Big Boss, no! No! He left us on a cliffhanger. So sad. Well, I might as well switch over to the goddamn game stuff. Go use the restroom, some more water. Thank you, perfect 33 minds lazy. Thank you, the prime sub. Thank you. The video's an hour long, and we watched it. And it almost took the entire day.